Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association varsity football game. Tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO, that's Rob Kendall from The Kendall and Casey Show. Weekday mornings 9 to noon on 93.1 FM, or you can go to WIBC.com. Today's game going to feature Hamilton Heights Huskies as they host. They hosted Tipton Blue Devils. Looking for a good game here tonight. Should be a good game. Tipton travels down 7.8 miles. Two different counties that they're going to play ball tonight, Larry.
Yeah, there's just about, I believe, the closest schools to each one of the schools here, and with Heights and Tipton. So yeah, a lot of kids know each other, so it'd be a good contest tonight.
And they're doing well, and they've already had their pregame warm-ups. They've gone on into the locker rooms. Still, I think, pretty nice facility here, but you look at it, and it's just got some orange tint to it. And up north, 7.8 miles, has the blue tint to them.
Yeah, you definitely know who's rooting for who by the colors on their backs tonight. And this has always been a great rivalry between two close schools, and should be a tough one tonight as well.
We'll go ahead and Larry will mention 18:13 left on the pregame festivity clock, and we'll mention a little bit about each school. First, we'll talk about the Huskies, Hamilton Heights Huskies. They have a school enrollment of 687. Their school was founded in 1965. Their Class 3A sectional 29, and they are the home team tonight. There are 8 in their sectional, and they are Class 3A opponents. We'll mention those. Tri-West, they're 6-1 overall. They're 2 wins, 0 losses, and Class 3A opponents. Cascade, they're 7 wins, 0 losses. They're 1-0 in opponents in this 3A. And we'll mention Indianapolis, Washington, they're 2-4, 1-0. Hamilton Heights, 3-4, 2-1. Givern Catholic, they are 0-0, have not played a conference, should say a Class 3A foe as of yet. West Vigo, they're 0-2 in the 3A division. And Crawfordsville, 0-1. Speedway, 0-2. We'll mention the principal at Hamilton Heights High School is Whitney Gray. The dean of students is Mitch Street. The athletic director is Kurt Ogden. The athletic department manager is Leanne Moffitt. We'll mention Hamilton Heights High School is located at 25802 State Road 19, Arcadia, Indiana, 46030. You can reach them by phone, 317-984-3551. You can find them on the web at hhschuskies.org. And they wear the collars white, brown, and orange. They perform in the Hoosier Conference. They are in the big school division. In that division, presently 2-0 in the division. That's Western. They're rated, they're at the top of the heap right there. Below them is in Logansport. They're 2-1. Also 2-1 is Hamilton Heights, followed up by Twin Lakes and West Lafayette. Right here, as Larry mentioned, we spoke about, they have field turf. And we'll mention they're currently 3-4 on the season. Head coach is John Kirshner. John Kirshner working in year number 8. And we'll mention the high school he graduated from was Ben Davis, 2004 graduate. He went to college at Olivet Nazarene. That's in Illinois, 2008 graduate. And here's Larry with the Blue Devils.
Thanks, AJ. And the Tipton Blue Devils were founded in 1962. Current enrollment is 454. They're in Class 2A, Sectional 36. There are 8 teams versus 2A opponents. Eastbrook is 3-0, 7-0 overall. Rochester, also 3-0, 6-0 overall. Tipton, 3-0 versus 2A opponents, 4-3 overall. Alexandria, 1-1 versus 2A, and 5-2 overall. Elwood, 1-3 versus 2A opponents. Eastern, 1-0 versus 2A opponents, 6-1 overall. Wabash 0-2, and Blackford 0-2 versus 2A opponents. Principal at Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach. AD, Colin Quinn. Athletic trainer, Mr. Burke Emmert. Tipton is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. Phone number, 765-675-7431. You can follow them at tiptonathletics.com. They wear the blue and white, Hoosier Conference Small School Division. Tipton presently at the top of that group at 2-0. And Rensselaer Central follows at 2-1. Benton Central 0-1. And Central Catholic, Lafayette Central Catholic at 0-2. They're presently 4-3 overall, scoring at the clip of 31.4 points per game. Coached by Mr. Aaron Toll. He is presently a career record at Tipton, 147 versus 89 defeats in his 21st year. He is a Tipton High School graduate from 1990 and an Indiana University graduate in 1995. Next up for the Blue Devils, October 17th at 7 p.m., week number 9, Tipton Blue Devils will be at Benton Central Bison. Back to AJ.
Hey, thanks, Larry. The band's getting ready to walk out on the field right there, going to get ready for the national anthem. I do see Michelle Garman is here, and she may join us up here. We'll see. That'd be a welcoming sight. And we'll mention, I tell you what, we've got some time. If you want to go ahead and mention the Hoosier Conference. You can talk about last week that happened, the finals.
Yeah, last week final scores at Twin Lakes, Hamilton Heights Huskies defeated the Twin Lakes Indians 25-17. A thriller up at Logansport. West Lafayette could not win out in overtime. Port 44, West Lafayette 43. At Benton Central, Rensselaer Central blanked the Benton Central team 51-0. At Tippecanoe Valley, an out-of-conference game, Tippecanoe Valley 38, Western 7. And at Tipton outscored the Lafayette Central Catholic Knights 49-7.
Hey, thanks, Larry. We'll talk about the Hoosier Conference games happening tonight, October the 10th. And I will mention 7 o'clock starts tonight, conference game. Benton Central is at Lafayette Central Catholic. That's a small school division. 7 o'clock start, Logansport, another conference game. They are at Western, big school division. 8 o'clock start, that's a time zone change. Rensselaer Central is at River Forest, and that's a non-conference game. 7 o'clock start, Twin Lakes, and that's a conference game. They are at West Lafayette tonight, big school division. And a 7 o'clock start, Tipton, right here with the Hamilton Heights Huskies and Tipton Blue Devils. They're still in the locker room. And we'll mention Huskies just the same. Going to be a conference game tonight, and it's pretty much a rivalry game year after year, Larry.
Yeah, this year it's senior night here at Hamilton Heights, and their football players and basically the cheerleaders and all the fall sports will be recognized tonight with their parents as well.
So she did walk in. I don't know if she'll be back, Michelle Garman. But anyway, we hope so. And my wife says it's coming in loud and clear. But anyway, so the band walking out on the surface right now. Big drum, a lot of percussion going on.
Yeah, the band and sharp looking as always. So we've really seen some very high quality high school bands this year, and I'm sure tonight will be a little bit more of the same.
So both these teams are probably ready to go at it. They're still in the locker room. We're gonna set this down for our national anthem as the conductor will conduct, and we'll set this down. Honor of great country leaders, I'd like to take this minute to honor one of our most loyal band at Nova. Mr. Glenn Schrock passed away 1 week ago.
He would have loved to have been here this evening, rooting on the hill against the Blue Devils. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor our friend, Mr. Glenn Trott. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and kindly remove your hats? We are proud to introduce our Hamilton High marching band as they perform our national anthem, along with the flag-raising ceremony completed by the Cicero American Legion and the Veterans of Foreign Color Guard.
That was our national anthem. It was performed by the Huskies. So, well, Larry, both teams, as mentioned, still in the locker room, looking for a good game tonight. We'll mention both teams going to play on the same size field. You think about the Hoosiers movie, and 52 and a third wide, totally 120 yards, wide, long, and it's not a Canadian field. But and the goalpost pretty much the same.
Yeah, sometimes it seems bigger if you're down and smaller if you're up. But they'll both be playing the same surface. Again, both fields have artificial turf, and so good traction. Weather couldn't be nicer. Again, AJ, we've had some great weather this year for high school football. In years past, it's been raining or terrible weather, and I can't think of one that wasn't just a beautiful night. So, again, same thing tonight.
A while back, there was six weeks it rained. It was a while back. And I tell you what, both these quarterbacks tonight, Drew Woodruff and Quinn Toll, had 10 touchdown passes on the season, and so does Woodruff. Woodruff a junior, Toll just a sophomore.
Yeah, I think both teams will probably have a good mix of run versus pass, trying to keep the other defense off guard a little bit, and so we'll see what both coaches have dialed up on both sides of the ball.
So football on a Friday night, and we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, that's at 203 West Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. They have American comfort food. They have breakfast all day. They have dine-in, carry-out. We'll mention 765-675-6199. And they have good food, good friends, and good times. Back in the Blue Devils since the very beginning. And they also have Dairy Queen across town. That's Dairy Queen Grill and Chill at 800 East Jefferson Street, Tipton. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can also dine in or carry out there. They have outdoor seating.
Yeah, sounds like a great place to go after the game.
And also bringing you tonight's contest. One, we'll mention, if you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs. They've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. They're here to serve the community. Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. I tell you what, more Michelle Garman's walked. Hospitality plate. You want me not to interrupt you right now?
It's okay. Yeah, no, just the way Kurt and folks down here always provide a good hospitality room. I will say tonight's is a little sad because usually when I come down here for hospitality, you've got the Schrock van, the Schrock's running the hospitality, and that was a nice tribute they did to Mr. Schrock before the national anthem. And but I miss them a little bit, seeing them down here. But hey, I'm looking forward to it. It's a beautiful night for football.
It is a good night for football, yeah. Absolutely. We do miss Glenn. We've seen him at a lot of different sporting events.
Yeah, he almost lived up here, and I remember when my kids were playing various sports up here. He always had a kind thing to say to them, and you'd see him years after they'd graduate, and he'd say, "Yeah, remember that game where your daughter played defense, whatever," and so he always wanted to know how the kids were doing. So he's very, very very invested in this community, and his name will be synonymous with the Huskies for a long time to come.
I grew up in Greentown, graduated there, but we'll mention this game getting ready to take place, and we'll talk to Michelle. She's getting some food right now. I don't know if I can interrupt you. Okay, Michelle. Got to mention you've been into sports longer than I can remember, and you've coached basketball, and you've worked diligently. I guess you're still with Cherry Road Media. Is that true?
Yeah, Cherry Road Media, I think 3 years ago, bought the Elwood Publishing Company, and just we went down to publishing one newspaper a week, and it comes out on Thursdays. But yeah, it's nice. I'm glad we still have a small community newspaper. I really don't think people in small communities appreciate it enough. The papers, because we could really use some more advertisers. Now I know it's hard because we don't have an office anywhere, and our like a local ad rep is taken care of through company kind of has their process. But I hope people continue to support it, because once you lose your hometown newspaper, you're not going to get one back. And a lot of people post on Facebook, but how much of it is a neutral, type thing, actual fact, stats and things like that, and photograph. I don't mean it mean, but
I say, well, your fans and people that adore you, and a lot of those folks know that you have a webcast. Or at least you work with a webcast.
Podcast, yes. The Central Indiana Sports Report with Greg Mingelt. We will be tonight. We will do a high school roundup. It'll be a two-part thing, and he always then airs it on Saturdays. Our podcasts are live, but not live. I mean, we don't can it ahead of time, but we do it live. But then he goes back, and we always do it tape delay. Then that way, if if we're coughing or if we can't think of a name, we can go back and research it, so it doesn't drag on. I think it's really good. We do that. We do a high school football preview that I believe he releases on Thursdays or Friday mornings. Thursday nights, Friday mornings. And you can listen to the podcast anywhere that you get your podcast. It's on Spotify, it's on Amazon, it's on YouTube, it's on Apple, it's, all of those. I enjoy it, and he enjoys it. We've, we also do an IU report, a Purdue report, Colts, Pacers, Fever, but it is very fun. And yeah, it's another way of enjoying the media. And what I like is Greg is a former sports editor. In fact, he says I was his mentor. I was one of his mentors when he first started, because he started when he was in high school, and for the Elwood Call Leader. But that was a sister publication. Of course, now I do the sports for both Tipton and Elwood. But yeah, it's fun, and like I said, and a lot of Greg's was a former sports guy. He's got one of our contributors is a guy he worked by Cutzel from down south. He's a former sports guy, newspaper guy, so it makes it nice.
That's why you've got a lot to say, and we got a lot of people listening to you. Right there, Larry, it looks like the Blue Devils won the toss and deferred.
Yeah, looks like it. But just to kind of piggyback on what was said here, again, I've got two really nice scrapbooks, local newspapers when my kids were in school, and it really is a shame that we don't have more of that anymore. And because those memories are something that these kids will hold on to forever, as well as their parents. So again, the work that's being done is a great thing to still have it going on.
So the Blue Devils are going to kick off, and they'll kick off from the south to the north. Blue Devils will receive. They'll go towards the scoreboard. I should say the Huskies will receive, go towards the scoreboard. And I tell you what, Larry, it looks like Blue Devils ready to go.
Yeah, that's quite the scoreboard, too. A lot better than when my kids were here. And my buddy from years past, Alexander Davis, is running the graphics there and doing a great job. So I want to shout out to him. He's a senior this year, which makes me feel really old. But great seeing him and his grandma, Julie Davis, here tonight.
So they're going to kick the ball away. They're going to place it at the left hash. It's going to be Brogan Ferg. He wears number 4. And the Blue Devils going with the white jerseys and the royal blue pants. And the Huskies going with the all-orange uniform. So there's the kick. It'll be a shallow kick taken at the 28-yard line on the return of Hamilton Heights. They go up the steam. Blue Devils going to cut him down right there. And it's going to be out to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10, Huskies.
Yeah, nice run back Slade Springer on the tackle for the Devils.
So the Huskies going to huddle. Blue Devils going to huddle defensively. 1st and 10. Ball's just inside the left hash mark. And Huskies going to line up in slot right and split out wide left. Single man in the backfield. They'll go shotgun quarterback. 6'4" quarterback. I think he's 175, something like that. You're going to hand off right to left, and he'll get a positive gain. They'll move the ball out to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like a tackle there from Will Wolford for the Devils.
So ball spotted again at the left hash mark, I should say. And then they're going to back up again, get the play from the sideline. And then going to be 2 receivers right, slot left, shotgun quarterback, single man in the backfield. You get the handoff again. Ball carrier right there for Hamilton Heights. And they're going to get a first down. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, tackled by Brady Henderson, inside linebacker with the Devils.
He's saying A.J. Flanagan. There's an A.J. Flanagan here. That 18. That's a Grady Steiner, 18, the ball carrier, right? So Huskies going to line up again. Split wide right, slot left, short side of field. Single man in the backfield, shotgun quarterback. Takes a snap. He'll go left to right. He'll go up the seam. You get it. The ball will move into Blue Devil territory. First down, Huskies.
Yeah, Zane Durham and Quentin Toll on the tackle there, but they're getting a good clip every time they run the ball.
So going to be a new set of downs. The ball's resting at the Tipton Blue Devil 38-yard line. Going to line up again in the slot right, slot left, short side of the field. Single man in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback, Woodruff. He'll hand off right to left, and he's going to be hemmed in right at the line of scrimmage. Little to no gain.
Yeah, that looked like Chase Hussey down below and Jack Roach up top with the stop for the Devils.
So second down, 10. No gain. And Huskies using what they call a tempo offense. They're not huddling.
Yeah, not even have to think about throwing so far.
So slot left, short side of the field, slot right. 4 receivers, 1 running back in the backfield, taking a snap right there is Woodruff. He'll back up 2 steps out of the shotgun. He'll throw down the sideline, and it's going to be it's caught. It is caught, but incomplete as he caught it out of bounds and broken up on the play.
Yeah, Isaiah with Mahaney down on the coverage there, had tight coverage on him.
So incomplete pass. It'll bring up a 3rd down 10 for the Huskies. Ball still resting right there at the 38-yard line, Blue Devil territory. Shotgun quarterback, Woodruff. The lineup is split left, slot right, double slot right side, dropping a throw. Pass play, tipped away, incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, good coverage coming up from his safety position. Quinn Tor to block that one.
So the Huskies are going to send out their punting unit. They're going to back up in punt formation. It's going to be number 3, Cooper Kraft. He's a senior. He's also listed as a wide receiver and a defensive back. So they also use a 1-up back blocking behind the line of scrimmage. Looking for the snap. There's the flick of the fingers. Gets the snap. He'll boot 1 left side. It did. It went out of bounds. And kind of look for the mountain climber game.
Yeah, I thought it was about the 10, but he's marked it up about the 11.
When that ball goes out of bounds, they take the umpire in the backfield, offensive backfield, take the line judge, and he walks up the line until the umpire says stop, and that's how they go with it.
Yeah, two passes for the Huskies there late in that drive. Both of them were well thrown, but just broken up by the Devils.
So Blue Devils take over just outside the 10-yard line. They're calling it the 10. Check that. They're calling it the 11. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Split out wide right, short side of the field. They'll give it to Hussey. Dive play. You'll get a positive gain. You'll pick up about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and about 6.
It was cut down there near the line of scrimmage, but I couldn't catch the number there on the defender for the Huskies.
So 2nd down, 6. And then Blue Devils break it in unison. They'll line up balls near the middle of the field. They got trips left side. They're going to split out wide right. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey still in the backfield. Takes the snap. He'll look left side. Pass is caught. Mahaney catches it in the bubble screen. Left side. He's going to get a 1st down. He'll move the ball out beyond the 30, near the 31-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
Yeah, number 1, Ben Budar on the tackle for the Huskies.
Butor. Yeah, he's got a brother in the middle. So you played against him probably, Larry. So they're going to line it up 1st and 10. Ball's just across the 30-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash mark. Quintal, shotgun, giving some signals, some directions to his right, a little bit behind him is Chase Hussey, split out wide left. He's going to drop the throw. He's going to be caught coming back for the football. Defending well, making the catch is Isaiah Mahaney.
Yeah, Cam Fleming on the defensive tackle for the Huskies.
So that was good. Sure, sorry. So Larry needs some space here. 2nd down, picked up 3 on the play. Pass play, 2nd down 7. Ball's at the left hash. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. 8:30 clock moving here in the 1st quarter, no score. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. He'll give it to Hussey. Hussey's going to keep his balance there, and Hussey's going to get just to the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down 5.
Yeah, Budar again on the tackle for the Huskies.
So ball spotted, 35-yard line, left hash mark. Quintal brings a play in from the sideline. Hamilton Heights and Tipton, as mentioned. For Coach Scholl, this is the 21st meeting. Coach Scholl has 1-9. And they're going to line up in the shotgun. Trips right side, going to go near motion. Near motion with Mahaney. Dropping out shotgun, going to throw. Left side, almost had to come back to the football. A little bit behind him. Intended target was number 8. That was Dakota Garman.
Yeah, just a little bit outside, a little low for Dakota to take a grab on that one.
So ball marked out. Jesby gets nosed up to the 35-yard line. They're to line up with Emberton, split wide left. Cody Garman wide right. And they're going to punt formation right here on 4th down 5. Nathan Hawkins back in punt formation. Snap's good. Punt is good. Wobbler is going to be taken at the 33-yard line of Tipton. Of Hamilton Heights. And there's going to be a fumble. They strip the ball loose, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 49.
Yeah, two very nice spin moves from Cam Fleming to get extra yardage there. Ball came loose, stripped by, I believe that was Will Wolford, but went out of bounds.
So from the 49-yard line, right hash mark. 7:32 clock stopped on the change of possession. And line up in the shotgun, that's Drew Woodruff. A lineup with 2 receivers right, short side of field, split out wide left. To go motion away. That's Cam Fleming. Try to make the handoff. Ball's loose. It tips out of the hands of Woodruff, and it's going to be Blue Devil football on the Hamilton Heights side of the 50.
Yeah, Nathan Hawkins stripped the ball loose, and it looked like Slade Springer on the recovery for the Devils.
So Blue Devils will have the ball back. They're going to start right there about the 45-yard line. They're going to say it's a 46-yard line. 1st and 10. 7:28 here in the first quarter. Blue Devils break huddle. 1st and 10 just inside the left hash mark. Quinn Tolles, quarterback, shotgun. Chase Hussey in the backfield. And the lineup of Mahaney, left side, split out wide right. Dropping a throw, couple steps, going to go down the sideline. Lengthy pass, going to be outthrows the target and outthrows the defense. It's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, I was looking for Dakota Garman, but just that was very tight coverage, so it kind of threw that one a bit over his head.
Flag on the play. There's a flag on the play there over near the 32-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be a holding penalty, so the Blue Devils will benefit. Actually, a benefit right there. And so they're going to move the chains right there. They get a penalty, a 1st down by penalty.
Yeah, defense holding on that one. So, Husky, it could have been one that was overthrown. That's right.
So Blue Devils are going to line it up, 36-yard line, Husky territory. Shotgun quarterback. They got trips to the left. They'll hand off up the middle. Going to meet the line of scrimmage right there. It's going to be a short gain for Chase Hussey. And they're going to say it was a gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd down. A gain of 2, 2nd down 8.
Not to see who the initial hit was, but Nathan Flanders cleaned that one up, number 32 for the Huskies.
So ball moves to the 34-yard line, just inside the 34, Hamilton Heights territory. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll, he'll take the snap. From about 6 yards, now 5 yards, constitutes a shotgun. Dropping the throw, and 1 step, they'll go to the right side, a little bit over the head of Garman. Couldn't bring it in. That was Dakota Garman. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and they're calling 7 on the scoreboard.
Cooper Kraft on the coverage there, but that ball was well overthrown.
So they'll respot it, 33-yard line. 3rd down 7 for the Blue Devils. Ball is in Hamilton Heights territory. Hamilton Heights. Actually, Tipton benefited from a loose ball near midfield. And they backed the ball up just a little bit from the 33-yard line. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Split out wide left is Garman. 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap, drops the throw. Pass is caught. Credit the reception. That was Dakota Garman on a slant cut from Toll. And so they're going to pick up 7 yards. It's going to become 4th and 1. Ball resting at the 37-yard line. Hamilton Heights territory.
Ray Chandler on the coverage and the tackle there for the Huskies.
So Blue Devils break huddle in unison. 6:11 clock moving. And goes shotgun, Quinn Toll. Split out wide right is Isaiah Mahaney. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Ball's going to be fumbled but recovered recovered by Toll, and they're not going to pick up necessary yardage. They needed 2, then the Blue Devils are going to turn the ball over on downs. On a fumble, it's going to be 1st and 10 Huskies.
Yeah, Quinn was looking all the way to run that one and never got the handle of it. Fumble jumped on it himself, but not enough for the first down.
So the Huskies will take over from their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10 from the right hash mark. Huskies going to line up with 2 receivers left side in the slot. Dre Chandler working out right side, single man in the backfield, lined up behind quarterback Drew Woodruff. He'll pitch it left side. Pitches to the left side. And it's going to be a stop right there out near the 30-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of about 2.
Dakota Garman coming up from safety position to make the tackle for the Devils.
So that was number 30, Flanagan, A.J. Flanagan with the run. 2nd down, 8. Blue Devils going to move the football over to the Huskies, over to the left hash mark. Single man in the backfield, Drew Woodruff. Quarterback, shotgun quarterback. Here comes near motion. Huskies. And he may have started up early, no call. That's Nick Bushy. Bushy going to give the ball back, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. That was Drew Woodruff. He's going to get 1st down yardage. And it's going to be a 1st down for the Huskies from their own 40-yard line.
Chase Hussey on the forced him out of bounds there, but not till before they got a 1st down.
So ball marked at the 40-yard line from the left hash mark. Huskies going to line up slot right, slot left. Single man in the backfield is number 30, A.J. Flanagan. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. He'll hand off to Flanagan up the middle. And he'll dive it forward, and he'll get over across midfield, and he'll take it inside the 30-yard line. It'll be a first and 10 for the Huskies, and the ball will be marked at the 29-yard line of Tipton.
Yeah, big block by Hayden Spicer there, center. All 6'6" and 315 of him. And Zach Emberton had to track him down.
So Blue Devils 1st and 10 from the, Huskies 1st and 10 from the Blue Devils 30-yard line. It's going to be a positive game, but not much for the Blue Devils. Again, the ball carrier is Flanagan.
Yeah, Chase Hussey's slashing in there from his linebacker position, coming in low, grabbing him by the ankles and getting him down.
So from the left edge, they spot it just inside the 30, near the 29-yard line. Get the play from the sideline. They line up in a shotgun. Woodruff. Drew Woodruff to his left. It's Flanagan. Here comes dog motion. Left to right. He'll reset. Hand off up the middle. Be a short gain. Flanagan, the ball carrier, and the Blue Devils him in.
Yeah, again following their big center, Spicer once again, and Chase Hussey again on the tackle.
So he picks up about a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down 9. So looking to the sideline, 3rd down 9. 4:03 left here in the first quarter. No score. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. Slot right, split left. Single in the backfield. Flanagan dropping the throw. He's going to roll right. Going to be caught in the backfield. He was looking to get out of the pocket, and he couldn't do that. He got him picked up in the backfield. It's going to be a quarterback sack.
Yeah, Slade Springer came on a blitz from the inside, and couldn't pick him up.
So the Blue Devils are going to face a 4th down. Huskies going to line up in punt formation. Ball resting at about the 41-yard line of Tipton. And standing back beyond the 50, near the 44-yard line, is the punter. That's Cooper Kraft. There's the boot. You're going to take it left side. It's going to bounce hard and go into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback, and Blue Devils will put the ball in play at their own 20.
Yeah, Blue Devils kind of fortunate on that one. Good punt there, and then instead of checking up, it just took off like a rabbit into the end zone.
So Blue Devils will have the ball again. It's going to be 1st and 20. Larry, I tell you what, they're playing zigzag on the scoreboard. I mean, no score, but they're a little bit of a ping pong game right now.
I tell you, again, Blue Devils, Huskies have had several nice runs up the middle, and I think they're probably going to have a steady diet of that until the Blue Devils prove they can stop it.
So ball marks middle of the field, 20-yard line. Blue Devils 80 yards in front of them. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll, Chase Hussey. Pick that back. It's Slade Springer. And line up in slot left. No, it was Chase. Chase looking pretty tall there. Like Slade, he'll get the ball out beyond the 20, near the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up second down 6.
21, Graydon Dahlstrom on the tackle for the Huskies.
So second down 6, ball resting. The 24-yard line, Tipton territory. 2:46 on the game clock. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. And the shotgun again is Quinn Toll. They're going to trip. They're going to move three skilled players right side, and they're going to pitch it right side. Ball carrier is going to be Chase Hussey. He's going to get more than a first down. He'll be pushed out of bounds near the 38-yard line. They're going to call it the 37. It'll be a first and 10, Blue Devils.
21, Graydon Dahlstrom again on the tackle for the Huskies.
So ball resting, it's nosed up to the 37-yard line. Clock stops at 2:25 as Chase Hussey's run went out of bounds. So the Blue Devils going to line up with trips to the left. Mahaney and Zach Ridgway off the line of scrimmage. Shotgun quarterbacks dropping the throw. Quinn Toll across the middle, caught. He'll catch it at midfield. That's Dakota Garman. He gave up a little yardage trying to make some more. But they're going to spot him at the 46-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Blue Devils at the 46.
And number 3, Cooper Kraft on the tackle there for the Huskies.
Blue Devils, ball resting near the 47-yard line, their own 47. Clock moving, clock moving at 2:10 left here in the first quarter. No score yet. We're going to shotgun. Quinn Toll. Split out wide left is Mahaney. He's dropping the throw. One step. Another one go down the sideline. A good ball out in front. Couldn't make the grab. And that's going to bring up a second down, 10.
And Cooper Kraft on the coverage there as well.
So they took a shot out of Larry, and they came up empty, but that's first down.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with here on second, what they draw up.
So, again, 47-yard line, first and 10. Blue Devils, break huddle. To the line of scrimmage. Split out wide right is Dakota Garman. H-back is Jaron Aller. You got two receivers. So Jaron Aller going to go deep motion. They're going to pass play in the flat. Chase Hussey. Swing pass right there left side. Hussey flips up on the surface. It's going to be a no gain. He's actually going to lose 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, I'm not sure he would have gotten much on that one as well because Dre Chandler, number 5, again on the tackle or the stop there for the Huskies.
And they call it a loss of 4 yards. 3rd down, 14. Working from the left hash, ball's respotted. Ball resting at the 43-yard line. Tipton territory. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Got 3 receivers. Jaron Hall's going to stay in and block. Tight end. And off the fingertips, could bring the ball in. That was intended receiver. That was Dakota Garman. And the Huskies are going to actually going to force a punt. And the Blue Devils going to line up in punt formation.
Yeah, Nick Boucher on the coverage there for the Huskies. But, again, not having much luck throwing the ball, and that's to be expected. Strength of the Husky defense, got 3 returning lettermen, or starters, I should say, in the defensive backfield.
So Blue Devils going to line up in punt formation. Nathan Hawkins. Ball snap. He'll get the punt away. It's going to bounce hard. It's actually going to go out of bounds in flight. So they'll bring it back up. They'll spot it at the 32-yard line. Huskies will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Yeah, good pressure there on that punt from the Huskies, but looked like Nathan maybe took a little bit longer than normal to get it off and almost got it blocked.
So ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Blue Devils take over. Should say the Huskies take over, and just inside the right hash. Single man in the backfield. Quarterback is Woodruff. And doing in the backfield is number 30, Flanagan. Motion away for the Huskies, Dre Chandler. We're going to hand the ball off. We're going to dive forward. And we're going to get the ball outside the 35-yard line, near the 36. It's going to be second down, 6.
Garmin and Springer teaming up there for the Blue Devils for the stop.
So Huskies to the line of scrimmage. Ball's resting. 36-yard line, just inside the right hash mark. Huskies have 3 receivers, left side, 1 split out wide right. Drew Woodruff calling the cadence, single man in the backfield. For the cadence, looking for the snap. The drop to throw, and pass it into flat, nearly intercepted. That intended pass was trying to get it out of the backfield. That was Flanagan, and a good defensive play, Larry.
Yeah, Brady Henderson sniffed that one out. Was coming from his inside linebacker position, broke that up, almost had a interception on it.
So ball's respotted 36-yard line. We're calling it 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard. Clock stationary at 24.3 left here in the first quarter. No score. Shotgun quarterback Drew Woodruff. Change in size right there, I should say. One back is Flanagan. He didn't drop the throw. Going to look one down the seam there. It's going to be a little bit out in front. Intended target for the Huskies with number 2, Nick Bechet, and incomplete.
Yeah, Zach Emberton in the coverage, but he had him beat. If that ball had been on the money, it'd probably be 6 points for the Huskies.
I think that's Bishy. Bishy had a good game a year ago.
Good athlete.
So they're going to back up in punt formation. Again, it's going to be number 3, Cooper Kraft. Looking for the snap. Snap's good. He'll get the boot away. It's going to be shallow. It'll be a tall elevation, a shallow punt. It'll bounce a favorable way for the Huskies. And they elect to let it go, and then the Blue Devils let it bounce. And they're going to spot this ball at the Blue Devil 17-yard line.
Yeah, again, just like last time with kind of took a nice bounce this time in the Huskies' favor.
So Blue Devils going to take over 1st and 10. 6.0 seconds remaining. To the line of scrimmage, Blue Devils going to run a play. They're going to line up in a shotgun formation. Quinn Toll, single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Stacked receivers left and right. They'll hand off to Hussey. They'll cut right, you go back left. They get a good gain out beyond the 20, near the 23-yard line. And that's going to empty out the first quarter of play. With 1 quarter gone by, no score. Hamilton Heights hosting Tipton.
Yeah, number 50, Colin Bortone on the stop there for the Huskies.
So we'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, vast knowledge with more than 25 years of question answering experience. We'll mention she's a real estate agent, a real estate broker. And Lisa Stokes Bear, you can reach her. She's at Century 21. So both teams getting some information from both sides. Opposites. They're kind of diagonal there, Larry, on the numbers. And I'm getting ready for second quarter action.
Yeah, that, like I said, have some good plays, have some kind of concerning plays on both sides. So I'm sure that coaches have a lot to talk about after 1 quarter play.
So having some comments, 12 minutes on the game clock. Could be second down, 5. And they're calling it the 23-yard line. And the Blue Devils and Huskies playing pretty much as a standstill right now.
Yeah. Huskies really colorful out there tonight. See some pink out there and some lime-colored shoes. I remember when my kids were playing up here, you had the choice of 3 different colors. That would be black, or black for the Huskies.
Kind of sounds like Beach Grove.
Exactly.
So they're going to back up. The Blue Devils have it second down, 4. They're to the line of scrimmage, to the line of scrimmage from the sideline. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll in the backfield. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Stacked receivers left and right. Drop to throw, hit it in the flat. Pass is caught. Dakota Garman going to take it out to the 30. He'll get enough necessary yardage. It's a 1st and 10.
Yep. Forced out of bounds by Graydon Dahlstrom again. He's having a pretty nice night here so far for the Huskies.
So ball nosed up to the 30-yard line. Ball resting just at the right hash. Blue Devils break huddle. To the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up right side. Dakota Garman. They have 3 receivers left. Sing them in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Toll takes the snap. He'll take the handoff. He'll take it himself. He'll slide forward. He'll pick up almost the first down. He's going to be about 1.5 yards shy, Larry. But that was a good slide. We've seen that a couple of times with him.
Yeah, well, he had 3 guys, Huskies, in the orange jerseys bearing down on him, so probably a wise decision.
So ball resting at the 39-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down 1. Possibility they could try lengthy pass here.
Yeah, well, like I said, I haven't had much luck going deep, so we'll see what they come up with.
So to the line of scrimmage, shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Zane Durham in the backfield. Zane Durham, 6'1", 182. Taking the snap, looking left side. Down the seam, going to be some hand fighting there, and then no flag. Intended receiver was Dakota Garman, and the official just let it go.
Yeah, usually when they're both kind of fighting for the ball, they'll pretty much let that go. But Dre Chandler had good coverage on it for the Huskies.
So they respotted 39-yard line. 2nd down 1. 2nd down 1 for the Huskies. I should say the Blue Devils. And to the line of scrimmage, Blue Devils. Going to be tight end right, Jaron Aller. We're going to shotgun. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Taking himself, Aaron Toll, I should say, Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll, first down. He'll get a couple of yards, and he'll pick up necessary yardage. Don't move it to the 41-yard line. Tipton territory.
It looked like the Nathan Flanders, number 32, on the stop for the Huskies.
So 1st and 10, Blue Devils, ball resting just inside the right hash. Blue Devils break huddle. They're to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Split out wide left is Isaiah Mahaney. Wide right, Dakota Garman. They're going to run the option play. They're going to get it to Hussey. Hussey going to get a positive gain. He's going to pick up near 3 yards. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
I'd look like Dre Chandler again on the stop for the Huskies.
So ball moves to the other side of the field. It's at the left hash. Blue Devils that's now going towards the scoreboard. They're going from the north to the south. So they break huddle in unison. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up 2 receivers right side. It's going to be Dakota Garman in the slot. Also off the line of scrimmage right side is Isaiah Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll hand off. They'll go left to right with Chase Hussey. Hussey makes a pretty good collision right there. You're going to get across the 45, near the 47. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, 4.
Will Duncan on the stop there for the Huskies.
So ball moves out beyond the 45. It's at the 47-yard line. Ball is in the middle of the field. And right there, the Husky logo, middle of the field.
Yeah, looking nice out there.
So, work at shotgun. Quarterback, Quinn Toll. Split out wide right, Isaiah Mahaney. Wide left, Dakota Garman. In the backfield, Chase Hussey. Calling the cadence. Quinn Toll. They're going to run an option. They're going to run a pass up the right sideline. Ball's going to be stepped in front of. It's going to be intercepted. They're going to work the ball out. There's flag on the play. 2 flags on the play on the return. Number 3, Cooper Kraft. Cooper Kraft on the interception and the return. He threw that into double coverage right there, Larry.
Yeah, again, very good coverage there by the Huskies. And, again, they've been close to picking one off 2 or 3 times tonight, and they got that one. Nice return there. Tackle, I believe, was 54, Nathan Hawkins.
So they're talking over the penalty flag. 9:12 left here in the 2nd quarter. They have the ball spotted right there at the 46-yard line. Blue Devil territory. It's going to be a face mask on Tipton. It's going to be that is a 5-yard variety. And the Huskies blocking the back maybe on the return, and so that's going to nullify any penalties. So they'll go with where the return ended up. It's at the 46-yard line. Hamilton Heights will have it 1st and 10.
Don't know why they were moving it back. Well, they're moving it back up. Okay.
So ball spotted, the left hash mark. 46-yard line, Tipton territory. Tipton going to line up with trips right side. They go tight end left, dropping to throw. Drew Woodruff have a shotgun. Pass is caught. He's going to pick up about 9 yards on the reception. He's going to be about a yard shy. And it's going to be 2nd down 1.
Looks like Chase Hussey on the stop there, number 87 for the Blue Devils.
So they'll bring it up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down 1. That catch made by Will DiStefano, shotgun quarterback. Huskies can hand off up the middle. Flanagan on the return. And you'll go left to right. It's going to be a touchdown for Flanagan. And they got the lights here, too.
Yep, well blocked by the Huskies. And, again, like you said, they've had 3 or 4 of those that could have gone all the way. That time it did.
So 6 points on the scoreboard. Blue Devils, they'll try the point after. Looks like the holder is going to be Lucas Whitaker. And they're getting ready for the extra point. Spot and hold. There's the boot. It's going to be blocked. The kick is blocked. We heard a whistle. And then I don't know if that was inadvertent, but they're calling it a blocked extra point attempt. It did not count. So it's a 6-0 contest with 8:33 left here in the second quarter.
Didn't exactly see the number there, but somebody came shooting through with the Devils and got a hand on it and blocked it.
So 8:33 left here in the second quarter. And then blocked right there. And then pretty good play right there. And I'll tell you what, Larry, you ever blocked a kick at the middle school level?
I haven't seen one, but I'm sure it has.
So the Blue Devils meeting right over there on your numbers, 20-yard line. Hamilton Heights going to kick off. So the door is open. That's what they call it when you don't get the extra point. The door is open.
Yeah, just a touchdown and an extra point will put you ahead. But Huskies haven't been threatening yet so far tonight.
So from the 40-yard line, left hatch mark, Huskies kicker, number 4, Keegan Cavanaugh. Going to line up soccer style, about 7 yards deep. There's the whistle. Cavanaugh going to begin his approach. And there's his boot. It's going to go deep to the 7-yard line. On the run back, Isaiah Mahaney. Mahaney on the run back, and he's going to be loose. He's got loose. He's got one man to beat. That's the kicker. Got by Keegan Cavanaugh. They're going to go back the other direction. They go to the left pylon. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Isaiah Mahaney. About 94 yards return. And the Blue Devils have tied the ball game. They'll try the extra point.
Yeah, again, he breaks through that first chain of defenders, and there's only a couple guys to beat. And you're not going to catch Isaiah Mahaney many times when he's got 2 guys to beat.
So with 8:17 left here in the second quarter, Blue Devils are going to try for the point after. It's going to be Brogan Ferg. The holders, Quinn Toll. The call for them short snap. Grayson Withrow, there's low snap, good hold. And it's good, side of the left upright. And the Blue Devils have answered to the touchdown.
Yeah, you were just talking about the door being open, but we didn't think it was that far open that quick. But Devils struck pretty quickly there.
8:17 left in the second quarter. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers, Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments, and Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater. Hope Jewelers, 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana. Reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. That's Hope Jewelers. They're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9:30 to 2. So the Huskies going to receive, and we're going to see Brogan Ferg out there to kick the ball away.
Yeah, that's a little different, so we'll see how Brogan can do here.
So ball spotted, 40-yard line from the left hash mark. The back up, arm in the air, and look for the whistle. There's the whistle. 6-yard approach. There's the boot. It's going to be an onside squib kick. Ball's loose. It's curling right there inside the 40-yard line. And I'll see who ended up with it. Ball's going to be spotted near the 38-yard line. And right there, Huskies are going to recover the football. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Huskies.
It looked like Graydon Dahlstrom on the recovery there went after it, and a lot of Blue Devils in pursuit of that ball. He did a nice job of getting that cover.
So ball's placed in the middle of the field. Ball's resting the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Hamilton Heights. They're going to line up and slot left. Should say slot right. Split left. Single man in the backfield. Cap should say the ball carrier again was number 30, Flanagan. Flanagan's going to get a positive gain. He'll get across the 40-yard line, near the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Brady Henderson on the stop there for the Devils.
So they spotted the 42. It's 2nd down, 6. Huskies going to line up again, looking for the play from the sideline. Huskies going to line up in a slot right side. In the slot right side, number 5, Dre Chandler. They're going to line up in an H-back, split out wide left. Single in the backfield, dropping the throw is Drew Woodruff. He's going to pass play, going to go left side down the sideline. It's going to be caught. Catch is made in Blue Devil territory out to the 17-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and 10.
Yeah, really nice ball there. Kind of throw the back shoulder there for him. Isaiah Mahaney on the coverage for the Blue Devils, but really a perfectly thrown ball.
So Huskies have the ball at the Blue Devils' 17-yard line, 1st and 10 from the left hash mark. They'll line up in a slot right, slot left. They'll hand off right to left. They'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The ball carrier believed to be Flanagan. Little to no gain.
Yeah, Brady Henderson on the first hit there, bopped off of him, and then looked like Chase Hussey on the stop.
So they mark it at the 17-yard line. Going to say it was no gain. It's 2nd down, 10. Going to line up in a shotgun. It's Drew Woodruff, single man in the backfield. Flanagan, slot left, split right from the left hash. Going to drop the throw. Looking for the right pylon. Working back, it's overthrown, and defense was good. And an incomplete pass in the end zone.
Yeah, Zach Emberton, pretty good coverage there. Ball was thrown to the outside, but just a little bit too much towards the sideline.
So 6:25 clock stopped. 2nd quarter. It's a 7-6 contest. Blue Devils in front. They're going to line up in a shotgun once again. Drew Woodruff to his left. Single man in the backfield, number 30. That's Flanagan. Slot right, split left. Dropping the throw. Going to be a screen play across the middle. And sniffed out pretty good. And that screen pass was taken by Flanagan. He'll take it to the 15-yard line. And it's going to be 4th and 8.
Yeah, very well-designed play there, but Chase Hussey was having none of it, and so was Slade Springer on the tackle.
So clock stopped. I should say clock moving inside 5:58 on the game clock. 4th down, 8 for the Huskies. Shortened right there, shotgun formation. Single man in the backfield is Flanagan. Split left, trips right. They're going to try a pass play over the middle. Tipped away, incomplete. That was a 4th down play and a nice play defensively.
Yeah, a lot of bodies in there. Look like two receivers for the Huskies and about three defenders for the Blue Devils. And Dakota Garman on the tip there knocked it away.
So Blue Devils take over on downs. 5:40 left here in the second quarter. They're going to spot it right there at the 15-yard line. Blue Devil territory. Blue Devils timeouts to use.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Stoll's feeling very fortunate here to be able to stop that and have the ball again.
So they're going to line up in the shotgun. Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield is Chase Hussey. Going to line up slot left. Tight end right is Ridgeway. On from the cadence, takes a snap. He'll hand off up the middle, Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey going to get a positive gain. He'll take it out to near the 19-yard line. And it's going to bring up a third down. It's going to be a second down and about 7.
And that was, let's see here. I don't have an 87 on my list here. I'm not sure who that is wearing 87 tonight, but he did a nice job making the tackle.
The Blue Devils break huddle. Second down 7. They're calling it 8 on the board. Going to line up in a split left side for the Blue Devils. Tight end right is Ridgeway. Shotgun. Take the snap, direct snap. Quinn Toll going to get it across the 35-yard line, and he's going to pick up necessary yardage. First and 10, they'll have it at their own 26-yard line. First and 10, 4:56. They'll restart the clock here in a moment.
That was either 15 or 16, either Luke Slater or Austin Day on the tackle there for the Huskies.
So Blue Devils going to break huddle in unison. The hand clap. Shotgun formation. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Quinn Toll, shotgun quarterback. Split out wide left for the Blue Devils. Slot right side. Ball's in the middle of the field. Dropping a throw. Looking left. He's going to let one go. Then going to be thrown. The pass is caught. It's going to be caught by Dakota Garman. So Dakota Garman moves it into Hamilton Heights territory. And they're going to work it from there. They'll stop the clock, set the chains. 4:34 left here in the first half from the 37-yard line, first and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Drew Chandler on the, or Dre Chandler, I should say, on the coverage. But Quinn put that ball exactly where he should have on back shoulder, and Dakota came back and got it for the reception.
So ball spotted, left hash mark, 37-yard line. They got stacked receivers, both right and left. Shotgun quarterback takes the snap. That's Toll. He'll hand off up the middle. Spin move. Chase Hussey. Hussey going to get near the 25. Going to spot him there at the 26-yard line. It's going to be a first down. Blue Devils.
Austin Day on the stop there for the Huskies.
So ball spotted at the left hash. 26-yard line. 4:06 left here in the second quarter. Blue Devils going to line up with 3 receivers, right side, split out wide left. Quinn Tolles, shotgun quarterback. Single man in the backfield is Chase Hussey. Takes a snap, and a handoff left to right. Chase Hussey. Get a positive gain. Going to mark him near the 21. They're going to call it the 20-yard line. This will be a gain of about 6 for Hussey. It's going to be second down 4.
Tim Sigler on the stop there from his linebacker position for the Huskies.
So ball resting, middle of the field, 20-yard line. Husky territory. Split out wide left, Isaiah Mahaney. Wide right, Dakota Garman. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll take the snap to get a lead blocker with Hussey. He'll move it inside the 15-yard line, down near the 11-yard line. And it's going to be a first down. First down, Blue Devils. Ball resting at the 11-yard line from the right hash mark.
Number 68, Canada on the Cooper Canada on the tackle there for the Huskies.
So clock stopped at 3:10. The Blue Devils in the huddle. Play clock at 15 seconds. Checks the earpiece. Working right there. Chase Hussey is the lone backs. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Tight end right, Ridgeway. Slot left. Can hand off right to left. Chase Hussey, the ball carrier. So working inside the 10-yard line. Going to be a gain of a couple. It's going to bring up. I'm going to call it a gain of 4, second down 6.
Yeah, good tackle there by Will Duncan, but looks like Chase drug him for about a yard or two.
They're going to call it second down 7 on the scoreboard. Ball resting at right hash just inside the 10-yard line. It's second down 7 from the 8-yard line for the Blue Devils. Split out wide left, Isaiah Mahaney. Wide right is Garmin. Fixing quarterback snap. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Toll's going to get inside the 10. He'll get a positive gain. He's going to pick up a couple more. It's going to be a third down and about 6.
Well, Graydon Dahlstrom on the Dahlstrom, I'm sure. Sorry, on the tackle there for Huskies. There was a hole there, but it sure closed quickly.
So ball spotted inside the 10-yard line. Going to bring up a third down. They're calling it 6 on the scoreboard. Break huddle in unison. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. They'll move to the right side. They'll go split left, split right. They're going to hand the ball off. Chase Hussey. Hussey's going to be stopped right near the 6-yard line. And it's going to bring up a fourth down. 6, 4. Going to work right there for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Will Duncan and Cooper Canada on the stop there combined for the Huskies.
Ball spotted just inside the right hash mark. Clock moving, 1 minute left here in the first half. Quinn Toll enters the huddle. Ball's just inside the right hash from the 7. Clock moving, 47 seconds. They're going to call a timeout. Timeout called here, Larry. 43 seconds left here in the second quarter.
I'm not sure what the Devils are going to do here, whether they're going to try for it or try to kick the field goal. It's just a little inside the right hash, but not much further than a extra point.
So both teams talking it over right now. And getting ready for some football. And I will mention, also bringing this game to you is Edward Jones Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement of our young athletes as they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones is proud to be a sponsor of the Tipton High School Blue Devils football team. And we'll also mention, for all of your investment needs, you can call them at 765-675-9535 or visit them at edwardjones.com. So, Blue Devils come out of the huddle from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. 43.4 left here in the second quarter. They're going to line up in a shotgun. Quinn Toll to his left is Chase Hussey, split out wide right. It's going to be early movement at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be early movement, and the official is going to say it's procedure penalty against the Blue Devils.
Yeah, there's a little jumping around there on the defensive line, but jumping on the offensive line for a 5-yard penalty.
So the backup, still fourth down. And the Blue Devils going to send out their field goal units. We're going to see Brogan Ferg. It's going to be about a 28-yarder. 28-yard attempt right here for Brogan Ferg. So then it might be this 27-yard line. Quinn Toll going to hold soccer style Brogan Ferg. Here comes the snap. There's the hold. There's the kick. It's going to go wide left. Wide left. Wouldn't go. Just under 40 seconds left, Larry. Huskies will get the ball taken over onto them.
Yeah, Brogan kind of maybe overthought that one a little bit. I don't believe he's tried a field goal yet this season. So all his kicks have been, from the middle of the field, and So from the right-hand side, just kind of pulled it a little bit.
Yeah, he went from the left. So the Huskies will have the football. 7-6 ball game, 7-6. Blue Devils in front. Ball's resting at the 20 as touchback. Ball made it to the end zone. Touchback. Huskies take over middle of the field. Going to line up again in shotgun. Drew Woodruff. Single man to backfield. Flanagan. Going to stop play here. So the Blue Devils are going to call a timeout. And while Larry had just under 40 seconds left here in the first half.
Yeah, time for, put a few balls in the air here, see what happens.
And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. They're along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. That's Discount Copies, Christmas cards. Christmas is not too early. And we'll also mention posters and oversized printing also available. And if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone, 317-773-8783. That's 317-773-8783. Or on Gmail, discountcopies96@gmail.com. And line up in a shotgun, Drew Woodruff. First and 10, Huskies split out wide right, 3 receivers left. Going to drop the throw. Going to look right side. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw. It's going to be a catch. And that was number 2, Nick Bishy. Makes the reception down on the surface, but made the catch. He's going to pick up 10, Larry. It's going to pick up 11. It's another first down.
Yeah, we'll see if they try that again here.
So first and 10, shotgun, dropping the throw. Looking right, going to low left side, looking to get rid of it. He's going to just throw the ball away. Throws the ball away out of bounds. He was flushed out left side. Had nothing to do with it.
Probably a wise decision there. Huskies had, I think, 5 back in coverage.
So they'll respot it, 30-yard line from the left hash. 22.3 left here in the second quarter. We're nearing halftime. Going to split out wide right. 3 receivers for the Huskies. Wide left. Single man in the backfield. Drew Woodruff. Single man in the backfield, dropping the throw. Woodruff looking left. Pass is a little tall. Had some velocity on that. Intended receiver is number 6, Cam Fleming. Going to bring up a third down 10. No gain. 19 seconds left.
Yeah, not much downfield. So again, trying to work underneath.
So ball respotted, 30-yard line, left hash. Left hash mark, 19 seconds left. Huskies. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. Single man in the backfield, Flanagan. Going to take the ball himself. That's Drew Woodruff. He'll move it across the 40-yard line. Woodruff's going to have necessary yardage. Clock stopped at 13.2 left. It's going to be a first and 10 Huskies. Huskies call timeout. The ball spotted at the 41, Husky territory.
Yeah, Zane Durham on the stop there, but again, got enough to get the first down, so a few more plays available.
So we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com since 1983. Great cars, great prices, great customers. You can reach them at their dealership in Fishers at 317-842-2228. And we'll mention that Fritz and Fishers have 2 Hamilton County locations. One is in Fishers at 116th Street, and Fritz in Noblesville, right there between Westfield and Noblesville. And you can find them. You can explore their quality used car inventory, FritzandFishers.com. Or you can visit them online, or you can visit them on site. 13.2 left here in the second quarter. Ball's just inside the left hash. 41-yard line. Husky territory. Timeout is over. players to the line of scrimmage. There's the whistle. Play clock starts. They're going to line up in a shotgun. Drew Woodruff, single man in the backfield. Going to work it back the other way. Pass play is caught down the sideline. They're going to make the catch, and it's be a tackle at the 4-yard line, and a good play there, and a good pass play by the Huskies. And so they'll have it, Larry, right there inside the 10.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to do with that little time on there. But Zach Emerton saving the touchdown there for the Blue Devils.
So ball spotted at the 4-yard line. So 3.6 left, Larry, and Huskies pass play get it down to the 4-yard line, first and goal from the 4.
I'm not sure why Blue Devils didn't have a couple guys just standing at the 20.
So they'll huddle on both sides. Blue Devils lined up over near their sideline at the inside the 10, the 20, about the 15-yard line. 3.6 left. Huskies huddled up on their sideline. I said, what, back when you can only have 11 players in the huddle and only one coach.
Yeah, that's everybody's in there right now, but it looks like trying to figure out what to do here in the last 3 minutes or 3 seconds and something.
So pretty good lengthy timeout. Whistle sounds. Ball resting just at the left hash, just inside the 5-yard line. Huskies going to line up in a shotgun. Single man in the backfield is Flanagan. They're going to go with a double tight end. Got 2 jumbos behind the left tackle and the right guard. Left tackle and right tackle. And they're right there going to hold him up. And they're going to stop is going to be made there near the 5. And
yeah, Jack Roche made a nice play there. Got off the block of the center there, made a nice tackle to keep the Huskies from getting some late points.
So they're going to go to halftime. 20 minutes. They're going to go a 20-minute intermission. So both teams jog off the surface. And thank you for tuning in. And we are at halftime. And listening to Tipton Blue Devils football, made possible by the following support sponsors. And we at PutMeInSports.com thank you for listening and ask you, as a listener, to pay as they are making tonight's education-based varsity high school football game available. And mentioned the game is in part being brought to you by Bubbles and Bark Spa. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa, they will love your dog too. Bubbles and Bark Spa, they're at 3660 West 500 South. That's in Sharpsville. They are on the west side of 31, Bubbles and Bark Spa. And you can email them, Bubbles and Bark Spa at yahoo.com. You can let Katie, that's Katie Wade, she will love your dog as much as if it were her own. Bubbles and Bark Spa, right there in Fishers. I should say in Sharpsville. And I tell you what, Larry, pretty good game in the works going on right here at Hamilton Heights.
Yeah, 2 blown opportunities, both for the Huskies and for the Devils. They're deep in, inside the 10-yard line here in the closing moments of the first half, and neither team could come away with even a point.
So they're working right there, and then they got the band out on the surface again. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors is your roof ready for game day. At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense. Starting with your roof, from repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, they've got you covered. Literally, Ranger Roofing and Exteriors is locally owned and operated by Jordan Beck. Jordan Beck, Ranger Roofing. You can reach him by dialing 317-361-7858, or you can find him online at rangerroofingexteriors.com. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Rutledge Well Drilling. Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated by dialing 765-292-2315, or you can find them on their website, rutledgewelldrilling.com. That's in Atlanta, Indiana. And that is Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. Mike is still the main drip. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Lucky Strike Lanes. Lucky Strike Lanes, that's Elwood, Indiana. If you like creating memories, that's the place to be. Family-friendly bowling, state-of-the-art redemption arcade, great food and drinks at Sally's at the Alley. Open lanes with Cosmic Bowling every Saturday night, 7 to 11 p.m. Lucky Strike Lanes, just west of the Pizza King on Anderson Street. That's in Elwood. So we'll also mention tonight's ball game is being brought to you in part by Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals, south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's 1708 South 8th Street. Simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, their number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Hours of operation Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's Indiana Express Rentals. So 15 left here in the intermission. Hamilton Heights and Tipton, 7-6 contest here at halftime. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is being brought to you in part by AGM Auto LLC. At AGM Auto, you'll not only be treated with pure professionalism, you'll appreciate their state-of-the-art diagnostics and their up-to-date status of each of the AGM technicians. And AGM doesn't only work under the hood. AGM works for the recovery and the restoration of the many now beautiful cars, which are now showroom treasures. And then you can contact AGM by dialing 317-984-5283. Again, their number is 317-984-5283. So they're announcing the Queen's Court seniors. Yeah, there we go. I know we're not supposed to say something up here that's going on down there sometimes, but you probably know that stuff. It's senior night, and how's your article going so far?
Hey, this has been a pretty good game. I just wish I don't understand why their cell service is so bad up here. I can't send out this tweet. I'm sure people, they're not listening to you. If they can't be listening to you, they're probably trying to find the updates on Twitter. So beautiful facilities here. My only complaint is I'll have to pass it on to the higher ups. You need strong cell signals and, options out here in your press box for Friday Night Football. But other than that, it's great. Great game. Let's face it. It's really both teams have had success from the 10 to the 10s to the 10s. but the defenses have been really good once, I know Heights broke the one run, but that wasn't from inside the 10. That was 37-yard run, and Tipton answered with Mahaney. That was a great kickoff return. But, I mean, both defenses have stiffened up from the 10 in and, forced, a great defensive battle. And I'm only going to say this. I told Aaron and I told Josh Frawley and the staff last week after that game that I was so impressed with the secondary's performance, how well they covered, how well they tackled. They tackled extremely well in the open field and everything, and I think it's carried over tonight. I know that one long pass play, and both teams have completed some long pass plays, but overall the secondary play by both teams has been exceptional, and their defenses, like I said, from 10 or maybe even the 15 and inside have been really good. I knew Heights was a really good defensive team. They've been that all year. Their offense has started to pick up. You know what? Tipton's going to be happy they get the ball to start the second half. My only thing is, I think that if I am in there and if I'm the coaches, I'm reminding them of when the game at Heritage, when they got that lead and then they came out and to start the second half and they had, an interception and a block punt. They didn't move the ball, and Heritage took advantage, scored, and gained all the momentum. That's going to be key for Tipton is that first drive coming out. Can they move the ball? Don't turn it over, to kind of set the tone for the second half. Now, I will say this, Larry, I don't know about you, and you can ask them here in a minute. If I'm Coach Kirshner, I don't like my seniors being introduced at halftime. I want my players in the locker room with me. That's the one thing you won't see this at Tipton. I mean, the cheerleaders can be, band members can all be introduced at halftime, but the football players are introduced before the game starts. And they're, and like I said, as a coach, I want them, especially a game like this. It's close and it's defensive battle. If we, you want to talk to them, so I don't. No, and I'm not trying to put blame or fault anybody here at Heights, but I just think that if I'm Coach Kirshner, I'm not really happy that senior night, and not only that, they don't even introduce my football players first. They introduce the cheerleaders first. Nothing is that, but the cheerleaders, they don't need to make halftime adjustments. I'm sorry, they're not cheerleaders are great for cheering on in the spirit and bringing all that, but they do not determine wins and losses. The players do, and so when if you introduce the football players first, then parents can stay out there, but the players can go back into the locker room quickly. But, no, I think it's been a great football game. I think both of these teams have got to like at this point with tournament starting in 2 weeks. Of course, we find out who they're going to be, their first-round opponents on Sunday when the HSA conducts the draw at 6 p.m. Before we go, I'm going to flip this for just a minute. I want to give a shout-out, and if you're listening, folks, if you really want to go see another exciting game tomorrow, go check out the Class A Tipton Boys Soccer Sectional Championship at Tipton, where the Blue Devils, where I think are ranked 7th, they're ranked in the top 20 in Class A, and they're playing Taylor in the championship match. And I will say this, I've been around, AJ, I've been around a long time. This Tipton boys soccer team is the best boys soccer team Tipton has ever had, and they've had some good ones. But this one is really good. So fans, you ought to get out there. It's 2:00 tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully Tipton has it. Well, you can still get home in time to turn on IU and Oregon, or flip on Peacock and Notre Dame and NC State, or go flip on Oklahoma, the Red River Battle with Oklahoma and Texas. You still have time to do that, but they're worth a watch. And Tipton's kicker, Brogan Ferg, is the goalkeeper on that team. So, yeah, I look forward to this second half. To me, is going to be determined on who takes care of the football, field position, and which staff makes a couple of adjustments to be able to on field position deep in the opponent's territory. Something that neither team did well in the first half.
Dale Garman, she knows her stuff, and I can understand why she's helping out on a podcast.
Yeah, I just to second what Michelle said. The boys soccer team, I've seen them play one time this year, and unfortunately wasn't able to see too much more than that coaching middle school football. But they are a very talented group, and I'd be there if I wasn't going to be in Champaign, Illinois tomorrow about that time. So anyhow, good luck to the Soccer Devils.
Well, they're 20-minute halftime, and they're at 7:44. I have a consensus that they kind of like you picking the NFL, but I didn't grade your paper last week. I don't know what it was, but maybe you want to do that?
As long as I'm still, and on the upside, I'm good with that.
Okay. We've got about 7:20 left. The band is on the surface. They're playing definitely joyful noises, and we just go from there, Larry. And I tell you what, Thursday, the Eagles and the Giants. It was the Eagles at 4-1. They were at the Giants 1-4. I think the Eagles took care of them. That was last night.
I didn't watch the game, and but I would have thought that would be the case. But you never know with those two get together.
I may be incorrect. I'm not sure who won that game, but we'll start with the 1 o'clock games. 1 o'clock games is the 7. The first, the Broncos are going to be at the Jets, and they'll be overseas. That's 9:30 on Sunday morning. What do you think?
Broncos are playing some good football, so I'll go with the Broncos.
Okay, Broncos over the Jets. And we'll mention the first 1 o'clock game. Seahawks are at the Jets. The Dolphins.
The Chargers. Dolphins are in a free fall here, I think.
Okay, the Rams are at the Ravens.
It's going to be a good game. Ravens just had a terrible game last week. I think they'll bounce back this week.
All right, the Cardinals are at the Colts, the Indianapolis Colts.
Colts are playing good football. I'll go with the home team.
All right, the Cowboys, they're at the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers came alive last week, but I'll tell you what, I think I'll go with the Cowboys.
Okay, the Patriots are at the Saints.
Two teams having a rough way to go. I'll take Patriots.
All right, the Browns are at the Steelers.
Steelers.
Okay, 4:05 game. There's one. Titans are at the Raiders.
That's a hard one to call. I'm just going to take the Raiders just because they're home.
Okay, there are two 4:25 games. 49ers are at the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers are looking like they're for real. I'm going to go with Buccaneers.
And second 4:25 game, the Bengals are at the Packers.
Again, no Joe Burrow. I'm always going to vote against the Bengals.
Well, Larry, I was driving today, but I saw the front porch had a couple streamers on there. The one on the left said Packers. The one on the right said Ohio State.
And pretty good choices there. I'll have to go visit them.
We'll mention Sunday night football. Lions are at.
I'm going to take the Lions.
And then Monday night football, there are two games again. They're an hour. And Bills and the Falcons, one of them. And didn't get that one wrote down.
I don't know. I'll take the Bills.
Okay, so that's NFL. You seem to know your stuff there. And, so 4:04 left on the intermission clock. Both teams are still in their locker rooms. And it's a 7-6 contest here in this edition of Hamilton Heights Tipton football game.
Battle of State Road 19.
So the band is sounding good. And then we'll take a little breather. And 3:34 on the game clock. And getting warmed up there. Hamilton Heights have sent out their kicker. He's getting loose here prior to the team coming out. And they got a couple of kickers taking some kicks there.
Yeah, number 4 out there, that's Keegan Kavanaugh. Kind of hitting some field goals out here, striking the ball from about the 30. And the other gentleman, I can't make out his number here. Let me see. That's number, let me turn sideways here. 18. Look at that. 8. He's Steiner, quarterback, and actually sophomore, and obviously kicking the ball as well.
So the band walking off the surface just under 2:35 left here in intermission. And then they'll put some more time on. They'll put 3 more minutes on when the players come out of the locker room. And pretty good atmosphere here tonight. Look, it's a beautiful evening.
Yeah, low-scoring ball game, and we'll see. Like I said, Tipton hasn't had much luck throwing the ball deep, except for that last one to Dakota Garmin. And again, that was to be expected. 3 returning starters on that defensive backfield for the Huskies.
So the Huskies and the Blue Devils. I said, well, Larry, I don't know if you want to try this. We got a little time here. We got a little time now. The Blue Devils coming out of the locker room. And so they're coming out of the locker room, one the game clock. And I tell you what, we both like baseball. The Reds did well this season.
Well, they sure did. They're fun to watch.
Best players, the Reds players of all time. They're listed here. There's 20 of them. They say Pete Rose. Pete Rose, 152 home runs.
I think that would be a safe bet to have Charlie Hustle there at the number 1 spot.
They're listed at number 2, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench, 3 home runs.
Yeah, he was my favorite growing up. I was a catcher, and there was none better than number 5.
I can't realize they didn't have them listed in such a way. And 5.1. And 7.5. That's number 3, Barry Lurkin.
I'm not sure I would have him that far up on my personal list, but I'm old school. I remember the Big Red Machine team. So.
Okay, number 4, they have listed Frank Robinson. 24 home runs.
Yeah, that's like I said, he would be up there. Joe Morgan, see some other guys on that list that would be on my list.
Number 5, Joey Votto. Joey Votto, 356 home runs.
Yeah, I like Joey Votto. He played old school, so I enjoyed the way he played the game.
Okay, Joey Votto, and then it's Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan at number 6. He also has 152 home runs, just like Pete Rose.
Joe Morgan, when I was a kid, everybody went up to bat and flipped their elbows like Joe Morgan, pretended to be him.
And number 7 is Ben McPhee. I have to help him with that. He got 53 home runs.
I'm old school. He must have been way old school.
Number 8, Vanna Henson, 186 home runs.
Yeah, good ball player. I don't think I'd have him at that high.
At number 9, Tony Perez, 287 home runs.
Another part of that Big Red Machine of the mid-'70s.
At number 10, Ed Roush. He spells Ed with 2 D's. Ed Roush, 47 home runs.
Yeah, those that and the next one must be, like I said, really old school because I don't even know the names.
We'll just go at number 11. It's Heine Groh, 17 home runs. Number 12.
Yep, that's another Big Red Machine, great player.
And then Curtis Foster, 244 home runs.
Great outfielder and power hitter for the Reds.
36 home runs.
Again, not familiar with him either.
So, number 15, 3 home runs.
He was a great ball player as well, and should be on that list. A little higher, I think. That was back in the day, too, probably before the Big Red Machine, but a home run hitter.
191 home runs.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'd made my list, but like I said, newer.
Number 18, Franklin Cornet, 110 home runs.
Yeah, it's been beyond my years.
Number 19, Ernie Lombardi, 120 home runs.
Yeah, again, but past my day.
So this guy was I'm not sure if they right number 20, Tim Griffey Sr., 71 home runs.
Yeah, I think I'd have him a little bit higher on my list.
So that's 20 Reds players. They're still getting warmed up, right? They put the 3 minutes back on the clock. It's rolling down from 46 seconds. Getting close to second half. Right here at Hamilton Heights High School. Now, so the Blue Devils on their sideline, they're throwing the ball around, Huskies on their sideline, and they're getting ready for the second half. Clock moving inside 14 seconds. And the officials are ready to go. In 3 seconds. And they're going to, no whistle that we could hear verbally here at the ball game. We've got the windows closed right now. But they're trying to make some noise, and they're making some noise.
Yeah, fans were a little loud here at Hamilton Heights, which we expect them to be, so we closed the window so we could hear ourselves think.
So, waiting for the players to enter the surface. Here come the Blue Devils. Blue Devils ready for second half. Going to jog out. And the Huskies going to do just the same. So, as Michelle said, the Huskies will kick off from the left hash. 40-yard line. Hamilton Heights ready to receive. So wait for the whistle. About 7 yards deep, soccer style. Here comes the approach. There's the kick. Ball's going to bounce at the 20-yard line. Blue Devil territory picked up by Isaiah Mahaney. Mahaney takes it out across the 30. And they'll stop play right there. The Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, host Huskies on the stop there. Nathan Flanders, the last one to pile off.
So ball mark just inside the right hash mark. 31-yard line. 11:54 left here in the third quarter, second half. At Hamilton Heights, shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. 3 receivers left side, tight end right is Jaron Aller. They're going to hand off right to left. Hussey, the ball carrier. Hussey going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. Going to bring up a second down 7.
Yeah, Chase spun off of a tackler in there on the inside, and that was 32. Nathan Flanders, last one to hit him.
So ball spotted just inside the right hash mark. Ball resting at the 33-yard line. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. H-back, right side, Jaron Aller. He'll block in a pass play in the flat. Aller with the reception. He'll go across the 40-yard line. He'll pick up necessary yardage. Stop the clock for a first down.
Yeah, Dre Chandler had him by the ankle, made the stop for the Huskies.
So ball now resting at the left hash mark. 1st and 10, Tipton. Ball resting at the 43-yard line. Blue Devils send 3 receivers right side. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll take the snap. Looking to throw in the flat, right side. Catch is made by Dakota Garman. And Garman is swarmed right there by the Huskies.
Yeah, nicely played there by Nick Mache. Yeah, sorry.
So 43-yard line. Second down 10 after no gain. The Blue Devils going to have it right there at their own 43-yard line. 10:22 left here in the third quarter. And line up shotgun, Quintal. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Blue Devils switch their receivers. Left side, they'll dish it out left side on the carry is Chase Hussey. Hussey, the ball carrier, he's going to pick up about 5. He's going to bring up near second down 5. Check that, third down 5.
Ray Chandler on the tackle there again for the Huskies.
So third down 5 from the left hash mark. Ball resting at the Blue Devils 48-yard line. Going to line up with 3 receivers, left side, split out wide right, Dakota Garment. Here comes near motion. That's Ridgeway. Shotgun quarterback, takes a snap. Quintal, pass play, caught by Dakota Garment. And they're working it back around. You're going to get a positive gain. It's going to be a good pass play from Quintal to Dakota Garment. And they'll move the chains deep into Husky territory.
A good cutback there by Dakota. That was Nathan Flanders on the tackle for the Huskies.
I'll spot the ball at the 16-yard line, just inside the right hash. 9:19 on the game clock. Third quarter, 7-6 contest. Blue Devils in front. Going to line up with 3 receivers right side. H-back is Garner. And going to hand off left to right. Ball carrier, number 87, Chase Hussey. Hussey's going to get a positive gain. He'll get it near the 10-yard line. It's going to be second down, and they're calling it 6 on the board.
67, Brennan Ellis on the tackle for the Huskies.
So second down 6, clock moving, 8:44 left here in the third quarter. Blue Devils break huddle to the line of scrimmage. Going to go under center now. It's going to be Quintal. Chase Hussey, the lone back. Split out wide right is Garmin. And Hussey, the ball carrier. And then Hussey going to bring it inside the 10, near the 8-yard line. It's going to be a positive gain. You pick up 5. Necessary yard. It's going to be third down 4.
Yeah, that was Graydon Dahlstrom again on the tackle for the Huskies. He's had a nice night on the defensive side of the ball.
They're going to call it third and 3 on the scoreboard. Ball resting at the 8-yard line. They're calling it the 9. Shotgun, or I should say, under center again is Quintal. Hussey in the backfield. Toll's going to take the ball keeper. He'll go up the middle. He's going to get first down yardage. So they'll move the change. It's going to become first and goal for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and made a nice little adjustment there and found the hole. That was Colin Bortone on the tackle for the Huskies.
So Blue Devils in the huddle. 7:45 left here in the third quarter. Blue Devils has it first and goal from the 5, from the right hash mark. Single man in the backfield, they go under center. Quintal. Motion, and Hussey, the ball carrier. Chase Hussey going to take it to the 5-yard line. It's going to be from the 5.
The Chase tried to buff that one outside, and Graydon Dahlstrom on the tackle.
Ball resting at the right hash. Ball resting at the 5-yard line. 7:10 clock moving. And line up again under center. Quintal. Single man in the backfield. Chase Hussey. They'll go with the power eye right. The move tight end right. That's Ridgeway. Take the snap. He'll reverse out. Hand off to Hussey. Hussey gets the ball down inside the 5 near the 3-yard line. And it's going to be a third down goal for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, 51 Will Duncan on the tackle for the Huskies. But again, trying to hit that outside, and the Huskies were having none of it.
So ball resting, right hash near the goal line. Ball's placed at the 3-yard line. Toll And so they'll spot it, and 6 advantage for the Blue Devils on the touchdown carry by Toll.
Yeah, nice block out there by Andrew. Yeah, what am I thinking? Yeah, Roach and Andrew. Why am I pulling?
With 6:15 on the game clock, Blue Devils.
All right. Andrew Hawkins, nice block there as well.
So Blue Devils going to go for 2. Line up in a shotgun. Quinn Toll, single man in the backfield. To his left is Chase Hussey. Split out wide right and wide left. They'll hand the ball direct snap. He's not going to get there. Quinn Toll, the ball carrier, and couldn't quite make it.
Yeah, Will Duncan again, number 51, shut that one down on the inside for the Huskies.
So with 6:15 left here in the third quarter. Blue Devils 13, Huskies 6.
Yeah, Huskies tried about the same exact play as they did on the touchdown, but the difference being Quentin Toll out of the shotgun there just didn't have enough to get in.
So the Huskies lined up on their sideline on the numbers again. Blue Devils out to kick the ball away. So you would have taken a kick?
I would have kicked the PAT because then that puts you up 8, a touchdown and a 2-point. They'd have to have a 2-point conversion to tie you. I know 15 is nice because it gives you then a 1-point lead if they do that. But when you miss it, now it's 7, or the Heights could beat you on a 2-point conversion. That's why at this point I'm kicking the PAT. That's just me though.
Some coaches have a card in their pocket. Do you think that's necessary?
I guess if they want to look at it, I think there's just. There's certain philosophies, and I'm going to guess a lot of my opinion probably comes from the elder Mike Toll and some of his beliefs through the years. And nothing against Aaron or whatever, but, Mike just had certain philosophies.
There's the kick. Nathan Hawkins taking it to the 15-yard line on the return. Hamilton Heights go off the left sideline. You get out to the 50-yard line on the return for the Huskies. As number 6, Cam Fleming. Cam Fleming going to put the Huskies near midfield.
A nice block there by the Huskies special team. Got him up on the sidelines, and Isaiah Mahaney had to knock him out of bounds right at midfield.
The ball's nosed up to the 50-yard line. Ball resting at the right hash mark. Huskies to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up with a split end. Left side, they'll go with 3 receivers right side. 14, Drew Woodruff. Shotgun quarterback. Single man in the backfield, Flanagan. Flanagan gets the handoff, and they'll take it to just inside Blue Devil territory, and it's going to be a little to no gain, 2nd down 10.
Yeah, Chase Hussey on the tackle kind of went upfield, got behind the blocker, and took him down for no gain.
Ball resting just across midfield from the left hash mark. Huskies going away from the scoreboard, going to the north. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. Slot right, short slot right, left side, dropping the throw. Pass play caught. Pass is caught and takes the ball deeper into Blue Devil territory. And it's going to be stopped right there at the 34-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 Huskies.
Yeah, Quinn Toll on the stop there for the Devils, but receiver did a nice job of settling down right in between the safety and the linebackers, and nobody had him covered. So good throw, good catch.
So just inside the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 Huskies. Clock moving. They'll line up with a slot. Left side, 2 receivers, right side. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. He'll drop the throw. Blocking up front is Flanagan. Pass play. Looks like they wanted to go a different route there. Pass, a little bit of a missed route there. So it's going to be incomplete pass. So no gain. It was 2nd down 10.
Yeah, looked like 2 Husky receivers kind of in the same area there. Took themselves out, and the ball was overthrown by about 10 yards.
So they'll respot the ball at the 34-yard line. 2nd down 10. In the play from the sideline. Clock is stopped at 5:16. left here in the third quarter. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. The two receivers left, two right, dropping a throw, blocking back out in front of him. Pass play, incomplete. And I'm trying to make the play, incomplete pass. Going to bring up third down 10 from the Blue Devils' 34-yard line.
Yeah, Huskies going man-to-man there, and no safety deep, so a little risky there, but good reward there for the for the Devils.
So checking the wristband on the Huskies. Ball resting, 34-yard line, Blue Devil territory. Third down 10. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. He'll drop the throw. 2 steps, he'll move left. Pass play down the middle. It's broken up. It was in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that was Flanagan with the drop.
Yeah, perfect defensive play there by Slade Springer. Had him all the way downfield and just read his eyes. Never turned for the ball, but he stripped down with the hands when he saw him reach for the ball. So great play by Slade Springer.
So they responded 34-yard line. Fourth down 10. Ball resting right there in Blue Devil territory. So fourth down, offense is on the field. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. Trips to the right, roll right, looking to throw. Looking. He'll fling one to the middle, a sideline, and a good catch. Nice grab there at the 3-yard line. First down.
Yeah, nice throw. He dropped it right in there between Emberton and Garmin on that pass, and couldn't have had to throw it absolutely perfect, and he did.
A reception made by number 5, Dre Chandler. So they'll line up again under center. Dive it forward. Drew Woodruff. And his forward extra surge is going to put him in the end zone. Touchdown, Woodruff.
Yeah, and probably, well called there. Woodruff threw a great pass there to get him down there, so they let him carry and score the touchdown.
So they'll try the point after. They'll try the kick variety. 4:51 left here in the third. 13-12. Blue Devils up 1 for the moment. So the shift, offensive line to block. Here comes the snap. There's the hold, and then there's the kick. And the point after is good. So a 13-13 ball game.
Yeah, it's been a kind of been a game of big plays. Nobody can take it slow and methodical getting it down the field, but every once in a while has a big play and gets them in scoring position.
So ran in by 5, Woodruff, number 14. Woodruff's just a junior, and as mentioned, Quinn Toll as a sophomore. So 4:51 left here. The kick variety was number 4, I believe, Keegan Kavanaugh. I believe so. So the Huskies are going to kick off. Blue Devils are going to receive. Tie ball game, Larry. A little bit more halfway through the third.
Yeah, tight game. Just last year, Huskies pulled one out in the closing seconds, so we'll see how this one turns out.
So from the left hash, Huskies to kick off. Waiting for the whistle. So there's the whistle. And here comes the approach. There's the kick. Shallow kick going to be taken inside the 20 to pick a fair catch at the 18-yard line. And that was Ridgway. And a pretty good kicker is number 18, Grady Steiner, just a sophomore.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he fair caught there, because there was some room to roam there with the ball, but have it at the 19.
So they spot the ball, 19 from the right hash. 4:49 left here in the third. Blue Devils break huddle to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up with the doubles twins each side of the field. Short side of the field, Ridgway and Mahaney. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, will be met right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, it looked like number 50 on the tackle there, Colin Bortone, again for the Huskies. Again, trying to run this ball inside. The Huskies got a lot of meat there in the inside, and kind of an undersized offensive line, except for Jack Roach in there for the Blue Devils.
So ball spotted, 20-yard line. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Slot to left, out of the backfield, in motion. Nearly intercepted. Trying to hit Hussey at about the 12-yard line, and the Huskies almost jumped the route. So they're saying the ball was loose. The ball was incomplete. So incomplete pass. And so it's going to be second down and 10.
Yeah, almost a interception there for 6. And then the referees all weren't on the same page there, but it was a pass, so it will be an incomplete.
So I'm going to line it up, 20-yard line. What was that, the Nashville music? It's behind the line of scrimmage. Everybody wanted on the kickoff.
Yeah, but I think it was forward pass.
So shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Single man in the back. Hussey trips to the left, dropping to throw. Looking left, and that one loose, and it's going to be incomplete. Out in front of Dakota Garman. Going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, triple coverage again there, so nothing for the Blue Devils to throw at.
So the responded at 20-yard line. Blue Devils will be in punt formation. Nathan Hawkins will stand at his own 5-yard line. Quinn Toll, the blocking back. Gunners are Emberton and Garman. Snap's good. Boots good. Going to float to the Hamilton Heights 44-yard line on the return across midfield.
Yeah, Dakota Garman got down there from his outside position and made that tackle for the Blue Devils.
On the return for Hamilton Heights, that was 15, Luke Schlater. Luke Schlater, I guess just a freshman.
Yeah, getting some action.
So they'll line up. Huskies across midfield. They'll spot it at the 48-yard line. They're going to line up, trips to the right. Split out wide left, short side of field. Drew Woodruff, shotgun quarterback, single man in the backfield. If they get the handoff, that's Flanagan. And he'll get little to no gain. They'll say no gain. It's second down, 10.
Late Springer on the tackle there for the Husky. The Devils.
So ball respotted, 48-yard line from the left hash. Trips to the right. Split out wide left is number 2, Nick Bishey. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. Going to roll right with the football. He'll tuck it back in. He'll try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play. They're going to spot the flag, and the ball ends up at about the 48-yard line. Tipton territory. It's going to be a face mask. 5-yard face mask against Tipton.
I'm not sure who that was. I think that might have been, it wasn't Hussey, but who was on the inside?
So ball spotted, 43-yard line from the left hash. 5-yard mark off. It'll be second down, 5. Woodruff picking up the play from the sideline for the Huskies. Here's the line of scrimmage. Huskies going to line up with 3 receivers right side. That's a wide side of field. Split out wide left. Shotgun, near motion. This direction. That's Cam Fleming. The handoff up the middle. Going to be not much. No gain. It's going to be third down and about 4.
Well, Zane Durham out there for the Devils, but Grayson Witherow in at nose guard, and he's being the center across from him and got him by over 100 pounds. So we'll see how he holds up.
So ball resting at the 42-yard line, Blue Devil territory. Third down, they're calling it 4 on the scoreboard. Shotgun, Drew Woodruff. Yes, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, dropping the throw. Drew Woodruff, pass play across the middle. Tipped and might have been caught. They're going to say it was caught. So it was tipped by the initial target. That was 17, Joe Sykes. And I tell you what, they pick it up, 17-yard line. That was a deflection tip play again.
Dakota Garman on the coverage guy would have got him down, but yeah, it was one of those tip drill plays.
So they'll line it up right there. First down 10. Ball resting at the 17-yard line. Tipton territory. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. He'll drop the throw after the snap. He'll throw it back across the green. Looking for a timing play. Falls incomplete near the sideline, the Husky sideline, and no good. Couldn't get the reception.
A good pressure there by Zane Durham, and I believe that was Joe Vata for the Devils.
Intended receiver was number 2, Nick Bishi. So second down 10. Ball respotted, 17-yard line. Play into the huddle by Woodruff. They'll line up in a shotgun. Single man in the backfield is Flanagan. Trips to the right, split out wide left. Going to be flushed out of the pocket. Woodruff going to have to run the football. He'd be tackled out of bounds. Woodruff was being chased.
Yeah, he put a good pressure again. That time Brady Henderson, but he tucked it, and got it right down around first down.
Goal. Not quite, excuse me. That's going to be third down and 1, a short one here on the play. Ball resting just inside. And ball resting near the 8-yard line. They're calling it that on the board. Shotgun. Working to get a snap. Woodruff going to step back in the pocket. And Woodruff is going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a 1. He's going to be near the 8.
Yeah, Joe Vaughn and Will Wolford on the stop for the Devils, but yeah, he didn't gain anything back to the line of scrimmage possibly, and be a big fourth down.
So ball spotted, 8-yard line. Fourth down 1. Getting the play from the sideline, Drew Woodruff. They'll line up with 2 receivers left, slot right, short side of the field, left side. And then they're going to call a timeout, Larry. Talk this over.
Yeah, it looked like the Devils bringing in what beef they have, and that's not a whole lot of it, but getting all the defensive linemen they can have in the game.
1:03 left here in the third quarter. At the moment, tie ball game. Huskies are going to have it fourth and 1.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is who wants it more right here.
So what Hamilton Heights and Tipton, as mentioned, they played 20 times with Coach Toll beginning in 2005, and pretty close ratio. Do you know what it is?
I know.
You want to know?
Probably about 10-10 or 9-11, I would say.
Really, really close to that. But so the Huskies and Tipton, they've been playing against each other since the beginning.
It's the beginning of time, I guess. But yeah, I think if I was the Huskies right now, I'd get my quarterback up under center, under big 315-pound center, and see if you can get a yard.
So the officials going to bring both teams to the line of scrimmage. Fourth down 1. Huskies going to line up in a shotgun, single man in the backfield. Flanagan got an H-back left side, slot right, split left. Taking the snap, looking to hand off. Going to be close, and they hand the ball off right there. And I'm not sure what happened.
Well, through the binoculars, it does not look like he made enough for the first down. That was a great play by Chase Hussey on the stop, and they may. I don't know if they're going to measure it. They just gave it to him. Yep.
So So it's going to be a turnover on downs. Blue Devils will take over. They'll spot it at the 8-yard line. Didn't know if they'd have a virtual measurement.
Great job there by the undersized defensive line there for the Blue Devils, and Chase Hussey came up screaming, and that's what you love to see. That could be a game changer right there.
So the Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. 57.6 left, shotgun. Quintal, hand the ball off. Chase Hussey. Hussey works at the left side. I thought there might have been, and face mask and no flag. The ball moves out to the 21-yard line. Blue Devils pick up first down yardage.
Nathan playing kind of face mask.
So right here for a young man, 49.7 left, and so they're gonna work it right there. And did you think that face mask was evident?
I thought so. For me, a big tell on a face mask is if you see a hand height and the head turns. If the head turns, they've grabbed. It's usually the face mask. I mean, I guess occasionally it can be inside the helmet, but it's probably the face mask. But it would have been a 5-yarder because he didn't hold on to it. He just got it enough to turn the head a little bit. It wasn't a personal foul. I didn't drag him down by it. So yeah, you lose out. They got the first down run, so it is a first down. You might be a little upset if it had been, if this would be like a 4th and 1 because they didn't see it. But it's a first down, and refs are human too, and there's so much action going on in there. So, like I said, it probably would have been more evident had he not let go of the face mask. Then you might have gotten it, and it would have been a 15-yarder. But hey, I think I'll tell you what, I've seen others miss those 5-yard miss face mask a lot of times, Larry. Unless it's head on, they're easy for an official to miss. So we've got the best viewpoint because we're up top, so we're looking down onto the field. Trust me, of course I'm short anyway, but when I'm down on the field and looking through bodies, you don't always see it.
So right now, 49.7 left here in the third quarter. Tie ball game, Larry, 13-13.
Just what you would expect out of this type of a game with the Huskies and the Devils.
The Tipton going to line up. Going to be 1st and 10. They're going to line up with a slot right. Tie in left, tie in right. Ridgeway and Aller. Shotgun quarterback Quintal. He'll drop the throw, blocking back out in front of him, Chase Hussey. He'll flush out of the pocket. He'll jump, pass, and just throw the ball away and live for a different down.
He was getting a lot of pressure back there around the 5-yard. A good play call for Quintor to just get rid of that one.
So 2nd down 10. You respot the ball at the 21-yard line. Ball resting at the left hash. Left hash mark, Blue Devils territory. They pre-tunnel in unison. And they're going to line up with 3 receivers right side. And split out wide left. Mahaney, Dakota Garman, and Ridgeway far right side. They'll hand the ball off. Chase Hussey. Hussey going to get near the 23-yard line. It's going to be a positive gain to become 3rd and 10. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I still don't have an 87 for the Huskies, but he made a nice play there, brought them down.
So ball spotted, 23-yard line. Just inside the right hash. We're still in the huddle. They're going to let the game clock empty out. It's at 9 seconds, and then we're going to go to a 4th quarter coming up, Larry, as the clock empties out to 0, and looking like a good matchup right here. You never know. Team with the ball last could be the team.
Like I said, the Huskies have had a couple of deep throws there where they've got a guy behind the defensive backfield for the Blue Devils, and Blue Devils really have not done that yet this game, so we'll see what they go with.
So Hamilton Heights, Tipton Blue Devils. I tell you what, you could almost ride your bicycle. You probably could.
Not me anymore, but in the day I could have. But I think I'd take the car on that.
So they're talking it up right there on each opposite sideline, diagonal from each other. Talking it over, the Blue Devils are going to have it 3rd down 8 from their own 23-yard line. So they're going to blow the whistle, call both teams out to the surface, the playing surface, the line of scrimmage. So Blue Devils jogging out. 3rd and 8. Huskies going to play defensively. 4 defensive backs. Shotgun quarterback Quintal. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Split out wide left. Dakota Garman slot right side. In the slot, Mahaney. Takes a snap, going to run a reverse. Mahaney with the football. Mahaney's going to be tackled out of bounds. So Mahaney goes out of bounds after it's going to be close here to a 1st down. It might be 1.5 yards short.
We'll see where it's spotted. Just a little short, yeah.
So 4th down, going to be 4th and 2. And Blue Devils going to line up in punt formation. Nathan Hawkins. He's going to send back deep. Right there, Hamilton Heights. Right side is 17, Jay Sykes. Snap's good. Punt and taking back to the 39. On the return, he'll get to midfield. That was not Sykes. I will mention, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. And a pretty good tackle on the play. On the return there was 15, Luke Slater.
Yeah, tackle on the play from the Blue Devils would be Zach Emberton and Brady Henderson.
So Huskies have the football. Ball resting at the left hash mark, 49-yard line. Husky side of the 50. 11:43. Clock will start on the snap. Motion right to left, out of trips, right side. Handoff, going to be a positive gain for the Huskies. It'll just get across midfield. And the ball carrier, number 30, Flanagan.
A little inside forward pitch there, kind of creative play, but Will Walford had that one sniffed out.
So ball's nosed up to the 50-yard line from the right hash. 2nd down 9. And line up in a shotgun. Drew Woodruff. Single man in the backfield, Flanagan. Spin out wide right, trips to the left. Rolling right, looking to pass. Woodruff. Catch is made inside the 30. Absolutely came back for the football. And they're going to call him for forward progress. And a nice play from Woodruff.
Yeah, Quintal on the stop there, but again, very nice play as he scrambled out to the right-hand side. And once the receiver saw that, helped his quarterback out, stuck his foot in the ground, came back for it.
That reception made by 17, Jay Sykes. Shotgun quarterback, Drew Woodruff. Flanagan in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. He'll go up the middle, get a positive gain, and he'll be tackled near the 26-yard line. They're going to work it right there from the 26. It's going to be 2nd down 6.
Will Wolford on the stop again for the Blue Devils.
So checking the wristbands. Huskies. Drew Woodruff in the shotgun. Flanagan, lone back, working the right side. Slot right, slot left, pass play. Left side to flat, makes a catch. Good double move there after the catch for the the Huskies. It's going to be a positive game. They'll take it to about the 27.
Nice reaction, nice tackle there by Dakota Garman. I was kind of wondering if they would try that short pass outside. Blue Devils have been off, kind of playing off that about 10 or 12 yards every time. Now they're tightening up a little bit.
So shotgun quarterback Drew Woodruff. Flanagan, single man in the backfield, dropping the throw, pass play, right side, going to be caught. It's going to be caught, touchdown, Hamilton Heights. Went to the right pylon, reached up, made the catch. And for the moment, it's 19-13. That's a nice grab.
Yeah, it was very nice thrown ball and a nice grab there. Zach Emberton on the coverage, but really didn't have a chance, wasn't able to turn his head and see that ball and went right over his shoulder for a touchdown.
So Huskies going to try to make the point after. They'll try to kick 1 point after. Set the ball down. They're going to fire out of the hole. They're working. Lost the hand conversion, and improvising was the holder, and it did not go. Didn't count, so it's going to be no good, and it's a 19-13 contest. Huskies back in the lead. Took the lead first time.
Yeah, low snap, and they couldn't come up with it, so Holder took it to the outside and almost got it in. Zach Emberton on the stop, but Zach was kind of waiting for him at the goal line. Didn't kind of come up and pressure him, so he almost snuck that one in.
So 9:30 left here in the fourth quarter, and the Huskies take an advantage, 19-13. The Blue Devils will receive.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Stoll has up and Coach Shearer have up their sleeves here for the remaining minutes here in the game.
So Huskies are going to set the ball down, resting at the 40-yard line. Huskies are going to kick off. So from the right hash, Huskies going to kick off, number 18, Grady Steiner. It goes soccer style, a little bit soccer style. The Blue Devils are going to line up for return. 7 yards deep. So wait for the whistle. And Steiner going to kick off for Hamilton Heights. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. There's the kick. Shallow kick. Going to be taken from the step forward. Make the catch. So it might have been down by contact there. Ground. And they're gonna see what happened. They're gonna say ball team lose. So Tipton dove forward. Parker Capshaw, he had to come in and try to make the catch. He tried to dive forward, and then ball came loose off his shoulder, I guess his shin, right there on his arms.
He scrambled for it. I thought he had it. He's hurting right now, but yeah, about 4 or 5 guys jumped on top of him, and so I'm not sure if that was a late whistle or what, but it worked in the Huskies' best interest.
So from the 35-yard line, Huskies take over. We're going to work it right there, similar to the Blue Devils taking over a couple of weeks ago on the kick. We're going to work it back around. The ball's tipped out of bounds. It's going to be a flag on the play, pass play, trying to get it to the intended receiver. And the flag's going to be thrown there.
Quinn Toll and Isaiah Mahaney on the coverage there for the Devils.
So they're going to call holding against the Huskies. And the flag lay there near the 38. They'll back it up to they've got it spotted up there at the 45.
Yeah, almost, Blue Devils might want to think about, having somebody just shadowing the quarterback there, because when he gets outside, he's got a lot of room to work.
The ball resting 45-yard line. Blue Devil territory. Drew Woodruff, shotgun quarterback. Single man in the backfield. They go split left, 3 receivers left, working down the seam, pass play. It's going to be caught. They're going to call it incomplete. incomplete. Good defense by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Zach Emberton turned his head on that one and did almost pick it off. So stripped him of the ball, and so great play by Zach.
9:18 on the game clock. Ball deflected out of bounds, and they'll respot it back at the Blue Devil 45-yard line from the right hash mark. Second down 10. Checking the play, checking this bands. Huskies, they're going to line up with three receivers left side. Without wide right, one receiver, that's number 2, Nick Bishie, dropping to throw out a shotgun. Going to step up in the pocket is Woodruff. Pass is thrown, and a low pass and incomplete.
Yeah, Will Warford coming in hot there and made him throw it before he wanted to.
So they're respotted at the 45-yard line. Third down 20. 9:12 on the game clock. Clock stopped after the incompletion. Huskies checking their wristbands. They'll line up in a shotgun, single man in the backfield again. It's Kavanaugh. Split out wide right. 3 receivers left. Go with the tight end. We're going to back around and drop and throw. Be flushed out of the pocket is Woodruff. Woodruff is trying to just get rid of it, and he does.
Yeah, Will Warford on the pressure again for the Blue Devils.
So 9:05 on the game clock. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Play clock is at 29 seconds. We're going to line up in punt formation. Huskies will punt the ball away. Standing at the 40-yard line. Husky punter. We call for the cadence. Looking for the snap. High snap. Recovered. And punting out of there. Cooper Kraft. It'll go right side, and it's going to go near the sideline there. And it'll dance right up the sideline. But they'll get the ball back. The Blue Devils will have it first and 10. And the ball resting near the 20-yard line. The Blue Devils 20.
That punt just hugged the sidelines there for about the last 7 yards, bouncing right down there before it went out of bounds.
The ball marked at the 19-yard line. Blue Devils territory. Blue Devils first and 10. Ball's spotted at the left hash mark. They'll line up with trips to the right. Split out wide left. Single man in the backfield. Quarterback is Quinn Toll. The backfield, Chase Hussey. He'll get the handoff. Hussey going to dive it forward. He'll get forward progress near the 20-yard line. And that might have picked up 1.
Yeah, Will Duncan, number 51, on the stop for the Huskies.
The ball nosed up, 20-yard line, just inside the left hash mark. Toll jogs back in the huddle. Play in mind. Play for the huddle. 8:26 on the game clock. Clock moving. 19-13 contest. Huskies in front. Shotgun formation. Quinn Toll. Single man back knee and roll right. Looking to pass is Quinn Toll. He'll pass it, and it's nearly intercepted. Intended receiver was Dakota Garman, and the Huskies nearly got the interception. It falls incomplete.
I don't know who was mixed up with it. That was Quinn or Dakota, but Quinn thought he was going to cut inside, and Dakota stayed out.
So they respotted, nosed up to the 20-yard line, just inside the left hash. Brings up third down 9 for the Blue Devils. Clock is stopped at 8:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. They'll go motion away with Garmin, and they're going to throw a flag and stop play. It's going to be an illegal. It's going to be a procedure penalty, and motion. Actually, a false start. Some people call it false start. Anyway, moving on to play. Prior to the snap, Blue Devils back up to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Dakota was Garmin was in motion, and then I think one of the opposite side receivers kind of flinched a little bit. So can't be moving two guys at the same time.
So, did they call you illegal shifts? Is that what it was? Okay. So, they're going to line up shotgun, empty backfield. Quinn Toll trips to the right, slot left, dropping a couple steps. They're going to stop play again before the snap. So they're going to say timeout. Blue Devils call a timeout.
Probably a good time to have everybody on the same page, because that last play didn't look like they were all on the same page.
So they'll talk this over, and see what there is. Kind of an exciting game right here tonight.
That sure has been, and like I said, a couple big plays for both teams, and this game could end either way, kind of like last year. That final seconds pass and touchdown and extra point, and won it in a 1-point ball game between won it for the Huskies over the Blue Devils at Tipton.
It was a good ball game, and to what both these teams they probably pal around with each other on off season.
I'm not sure how much of that goes on. When my son was playing baseball and football for the Huskies, he knew a lot of guys from Tipton. They played some travel ball with some of the guys up there. So I'm sure they crossed paths many times.
And the Blue Devils going to line it up. 3rd down, 14. Ball resting at the 15-yard line. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, Chase Hussey in the backfield. He'll drop the throw 2 steps after the snap. Pass play caught. Credit the reception. 1st down, and a 6'6" Zach Ridgway hauls it in for a 1st down.
Yeah, good throw there, and like I said, got some guys coming out of their linebacker position blitzing there. Got great pickups by the offensive line. A good ball by Quinn. Good catch by Zach.
So they move the chains. Ball resting at the 37-yard line from the right hash mark. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Clock moving 7:44. Here in the 4th quarter. Shotgun. Left side in the shotgun is Dakota Garland. Wing back. Going to hand the ball off. Chase Hussey. The flag comes in. Flag comes in. They stop play. And ball's I'm going to be speak it over, and it's going to go against the Blue Devils. It's going to be a holding penalty, so they'll back up 10 yards.
Landon Hickman there, number 44, on the stop for the Huskies, but yeah, they're backing them up, but somebody trying to keep their quarterback clean.
So they back it up to the 27-yard line. Ball still placed at the right hash mark. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Box stop is 7:34. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Slot left, single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. You got 2 receivers right. Takes a snap, drops out of the pocket. Pass play right side. And there was double coverage there, but not a bad play by Quinn.
Yeah, it was, but it looked like he had Ridgway and maybe even Jaron Allard down the middle open there. So not sure what happened there.
So they respotted 27-yard line. 2nd down 20 for the Blue Devils. Clock stopped at 7:24. 4th quarter. They're walking up to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up with a split lefts, way split left side, I should say split right. Single man in the backfield. Quinn Toll takes a snap. Pass play, looking right side and makes the catch. Just a good in cut there. Isaiah Mahaney with the reception. He got about half of it back.
I wondered if he was going to come out here because they had rolled their safety on this side up almost as a linebacker. So Isaiah had one-on-one coverage there, and if he can get him a seam, he could be gone.
So a 3rd down, 11. Ball resting at the Blue Devil 36-yard line. Just inside the left hash mark. They're pretty huddle in unison. Going to line up with slot right, split left, Dakota Garland. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Out of the backfield, running back, and pass it over the middle. Pass is caught. They're working across the middle. It's going to be a 1st down. Ball moves in to Husky territory.
Virtually the same play they called earlier to get the first down to Zach Ridgway. And again, he's a big target, sure-handed guy. So when he's going down the middle, open like that, you got to zip it to him.
So ball resting, 47-yard line, Husky territory. Blue Devils 1st and 10. Going to line up in a slot, right side, Ridgway in the slot. We'll split out wide left. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Quintal takes a snap. Drop a couple steps, going to try one down the middle, just out in front of Dakota Garman. Incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 2nd down 10.
Yeah, that again, Dakota did finally get behind a guy there. It was open, and Quinn just led him just a bit too much.
So they respotted 47-yard line, Husky territory. 2nd down 10. Blue Devils in the huddle. Clock stopped after the incompletion, 6:12. 19-13 contest. Blue Devils trailing. Huskies in front. Shotgun quarterback Quintal. Takes a low snap, hands off. Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey takes it inside the 45 near the 42-yard line. And it's going to bring up about a 3rd down, 4.
And it looks like Nathan Flanders and Jay Sykes on the tackle for the Huskies.
So ball resting at the right hash, 42-yard line. 3rd down, 5 for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils break huddle to the line of scrimmage. Blue Devils going to line up with stacked left, stack right receiver, shotgun quarterback Quintal. Quintal takes a low snap, recovers, passes it right side, a little bit tall for Isaiah Mahaney. That's pretty good poise.
Yeah, he had time there when he didn't think he did, but just a little out over the outstretched arms of Isaiah Mahaney. But this could be game right here. 4th and 5, and Blue Devils going for it here at the 42, and they pick it up, and their hopes are still. It could be very tough.
Bring up 4th down, 4th and 5. Ball marks at the 42-yard line. Husky territory. Shotgun quarterback Quintal. 2 receivers, 1 right, 1 left. Blocking back Chase Hussey. Chase Hussey is going to be stepped in front of. Dakota Garman was the intended receiver and stepping in front of the pass. Thinking it the other way is number 2, Nick Fishy.
Yeah, unfortunately, Quinn locked eyes with his receiver early and kind of threw it a little bit late, and that usually means, bad news for the offense. And again, well played there by the Husky cornerback.
So with 5:13 left here in the 4th quarter, 25-13, Huskies in front. They're going to try the point after touchdown. And Huskies going to line up for the conversion. Soccer style. Here comes the hold's good. The kick is good. And Hamilton Heights going to go up 26-13.
Like I said, you don't convert that. Probably going to be a tough night for you, but you definitely don't want to do that. So instead of being, down a touchdown, they're down 2 here. So that's going to be a long night here. Try to get that back.
So the Blue Devils going to line up in their huddle. Huskies across the way. They're going to line up for the kick. The Blue Devils and the Huskies working overtime, basically. The lineup, Hamilton Heights will kick off. Blue Devils will receive. Going to spot the ball at the 40-yard line. I tell you what, you're working right there. Working the football, going to The kicker, again, is going to be number 18, Grady Steiner. Wait for the whistle. On the approach, it's going to be a lengthier kick this time. It's going to bounce one time, picked up at the 16-yard line. On the return, Dakota Garment. He'll take it out beyond the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. And the Blue Devils will take over right there, 1st and 10.
19, Timmy Norrington on the tackle for the Huskies.
So, ball resting at the 31-yard line at the left hash mark. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. 5:07 left here in the fourth quarter. The lineup with the slot left, slot right. So looking for, there's working right there, Amberton. Back in, going to be shotgun. Takes a snap, Quintoll. Pass play, left side caught. Jaron Aller makes the reception at the Blue Devil 34-yard line.
You're not kind of confusing there why somebody didn't think they were starting on offense all of a sudden.
The Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Slot right, slot left. Single man in the backfield. Quintoll takes the snap. Chase Hussey going to block. Ball's loose, tipped, and it's picked up out of the air after a tip by Jaron Aller. He'll make it to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
Great catch by Jaron. You know, he had to go up and get that one. Showed his basketball rebounding skills. Got up for that.
Ball marked at the 49-yard line, basically the middle of the field. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Dropping back to pass. Pass is incomplete. Toll's going to bring up 2nd down. 10.
It looked like he was looking for Isaiah Mahaney there on a short pass, but just let him a bit too much.
So they'll respot at 49-yard line. 2nd down, 10. And line up at the line of scrimmage, Blue Devils. 2 receivers left. In the slot is Mahaney, split out wide right. Dakota Garment, shotgun quarterback, dropping the throw. Going to flush out of the pocket, Quintoll. Quintoll passes it back the other way, and I'm going to be incomplete trying to come back to the football. And it's going to be reset. It'll be 3rd down, 10.
Yeah, almost the same result there as the last possession. You know, Quinn rolling right under some pressure through it, and almost a pick again.
So a 3rd down, 10, ball resting. At the Blue Devil 49-yard line, just inside the left hash mark. 4:21 left. And line up with 3 receivers left side, split out wide right, Dakota Garment. Shotgun quarterback, Quintoll, Chase Hussey. Leave the pocket, going to work it back around, pass play. Caught right at the reception as it's a Ridgeway on the catch. Zach Ridgeway makes the reception. Blue Devils, I should say Husky territory. I think it's inside the 30 to the 26.
Chandler on the stop for the Huskies, but again, Ridgeway here down the middle, something they probably should have gone to early and often.
So they're going to call timeout. Timeout, Huskies.
Yep. See what happens here.
So ball resting at the 26-yard line, just inside the left hash, and Blue Devils a good pass played to away.
Yeah, and it looked like the Huskies were playing, deep, double safeties deep, and Blue Devils able to work underneath that. So I think Coach on the Husky side may be changing his philosophy here.
So 4:09, a lot of time for explosive offense that we're seeing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you get a quick touchdown and maybe an onside kick. You never know what might happen.
So both teams talking it over, opposite sidelines. Husky's going to walk out to their side of the 40, I should say, inside the 26, and the Blue Devils going to work back their way offensively. 26-yard line. Ball's resting inside the left hash. Left hash mark. Both teams at the line of scrimmage. Play clock begins. Going to be empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left, short side of the field. Dropping the throw. Going to roll out of the pocket. Looking there is Quinn Toll. Toll pass off the fingertips of Zach Ridgway near the 10, and it's going to be second down 10.
Yeah, it looked like Isaiah Mahaney was wide open short, but he elected to try to throw the ball a little bit deeper.
So ball resting 26-yard line. They spot the football. Second down 10. Blue Devils at the Huskies 26. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Single in the backfield, Chase Hussey. 3 receivers, right side, 1 left. Low snap, good grab. They run a little screen play inside near a shovel play. Shovel pass. There's a short screen play to Hussey. And Hussey's going to get a positive gain. Going to pick up 2. It'll be third down and 8.
Yeah, well defended there by Will Duncan from his defensive line position.
So ball at the middle of the field. 25-yard line. Middle 25-yard line. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Receivers slot left, slot right. Pass play. It'll be a touch interception near the goal line at the 6-yard line. So it's going to be caught by the Huskies, and they'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, Garmin and Quinn not on the same page on that one. I'm not sure which one did what you're supposed to, but not both of them.
So Huskies bring the play into the huddle. 3:24 left here in the fourth quarter. 26-13. Huskies take over first and 10 at their own 7. Shotgun quarterback Drew Woodruff. Single back is number 30, Flanagan. Split left, split right, handoff up the middle. Blue Devils going to get the stop in near the 10-yard line. And then they're going to stop the clock right here. And then timeout Tipton.
And Will Wolford on the stop there for the Blue Devils.
So each team going to talk it over, utilize this timeout. That's just a pass play. It was tough to see.
I don't think the Huskies going to be putting the ball in the air too much down here. Just going to bleed that clock out if they can close out a victory.
So timeout on the field. 26-13. Huskies have the football after an interception. 3:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Huskies going to make it back to the huddle. They're going to walk straight out. Tipton going to walk in. And it's going to bring up second down 8. So play clock begins. Under center, they're going to work from the shotgun again. Drew Woodruff. Single running back. 2 tight ends are going to split right. Handoff up the middle. And holds him to about a half-yard gain.
Yeah, Jack Roach on the tackle there for the Devils. So another timeout.
So, timeout.
That's your Human timeout.
So, timeout called. And the Blue Devils going to take the timeout. 3:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Tipton going to utilize their final timeout just outside the 10-yard line at the 11. So, talking it over right there. And Huskies going to make it out to the line of scrimmage. Blue Devils going to do just the same. So, Blue Devils, 3rd down 6. Going to line up in a shotgun. Single man, split out wide right. Going to hand off. Hands the ball, work it across the 15-yard line, out to the 13-yard line. I should say out to the 18-yard line, and that's going to move the chains. And that 1st down, Huskies.
That'll probably just about do it, getting their 1st down. And with Tipton without a timeout left, they can just use this clock for the rest of the game.
So, Woodruff shotgun formation, going to line up, split wide right. Double tight end, single man to backfield, Flanagan. Shotgun quarterback calling the cadence. To Flanagan, going to hand off. That's Flanagan, the ball carrier. And then move it left side. And it's going to bring up the 3rd down. Check that, 2nd down 10 for the Huskies. And the ball resting at the 18-yard line. Husky territory.
And they'll, like I said, they're not snapping it till about 4 seconds left on the game, or on the 40-second clock.
Second down 10. Huskies going to line up in the shotgun. Split right, handoff. Taken by Flanagan. Flanagan out across the 20-yard line to the 21. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, 7.
And Zane Durham on the tackle there for the Blue Devils.
Ball resting 21-yard line. 3rd down, 7 for the Huskies. Play clock, game clock. Game clock at 1:28. Clock moving. Huskies going to line up in a shotgun formation, single man in the backfield. Split out wide right. Blocking back, right side, tackle. Non-tackle handoff. They'll work it out to the 23-yard line. Positive gain. Going to pick up 5. It's going to be a 4th down play. 4th and about 5.
Yeah, they'll take that again, clock down to about 20 seconds or so, and put it away.
So ball resting 23-yard line, just inside the left hash mark. 4th and 5. Play clock is underneath game clock. Well, they'll snap it after, like Larry said, stop it. There it's a 30, just under 32 seconds, and a timeout, Huskies.
Yeah, that's going to be about it, I would think, if something dramatic doesn't happen.
So, taking a timeout, talking amongst each other, right across, right adjacent to each other on the field. And so they're just working right there. And 31.6 left here in the 4th quarter. 26-13. Huskies in front. They're going to call him back to the surface. Ball resting at the 23-yard line. There's line up in punt formation for the Huskies. Cooper Kraft back to punt. Deep man for the Blue Devils. Dakota Garman. There's a snap. There's the kick. Low elevation. Going to bounce a couple times. Picked up at the 43-yard line by Dakota Garman. Garman takes it into Blue Devil territory, and it'll be pushed out of bounds near the 38-yard line. Pretty good return for Garman.
Not too bad. On the tackle was A.J. Flanagan, number 30 for the Huskies.
So Cody Garman going to stay on the field. Blue Devils going to line up at their own, at the Huskies' 39-yard line, just inside the left hash mark. Quinn Toll is going to be under center, take the snap from under center, sing him in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Slot right, tight end left. Take the snap, he'll go the kneel down. And it's going to be a final score here tonight. We should not say, clock is still moving out, and the Huskies are going to shake hands with the Blue Devils across the 50-yard line. Larry, what did you take from that game?
Another, well-fought game there. Just kind of Devils let it slip away there with a couple untimely mistakes. Kind of an onside kick the Huskies were able to come up with, and then the pick six, and those type of mistakes and this type of a game is probably usually going to end up bringing a defeat.
So I tell you what, a good ball game by the front five in the first half. Second half, just a couple of different places, I guess. But tell you what, we'll mention next week. I should say next week, Hamilton Heights are going to be on the road. They'll be at West Lafayette. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. That'll be week 9. That'll be at West Lafayette, and the Tipton Blue Devils will be at Benton Central next Friday evening at Benton Central. And Tipton will be small school division matchup next Friday. Benton Central is a pretty good little lengthy drive, but we'll see. But Blue Devils, do you agree?
Yeah, going to. I'm sure they want to get another win under their belt, before they go into the postseason. And Benton Central will probably be a decent place to have that opportunity.
So, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.